a bar in the old theater district that's for raiders only. The combat zone. I'd stay clear if I was you.
Alright, we should be okay now.
Hey, swata, 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 swata! Swing, swata!
What's going on, Damien?
You need a
How's it
haircut.
going, dude?
Talk to John at the super salon.
Alright.
Newcomer, huh? Talk to Abbott at the wall.
I wasn't aware I was streaming earlier. Yeah, for some reason, when I stream on Twitch, it just does not like to send notifications to my followers. So it makes people like think like twice as much that I don't stream on Twitch anymore, which is not true. I stream on Twitch pretty often. But yeah, man, it is.
Hey, swata, swata, swata can hit! Boom!
Oh God, these people talk too much. But yeah, I was streaming earlier on Twitch talking about E3 and stuff like that, but since Twitch was being awkward and everything like that, I just like, you know what, I'm gonna hop on YouTube. We're gonna talk about E3. Lots of stuff to talk about. Lots of stuff, because I talked about most of it on Twitch, but I didn't talk about it on YouTube. So this will be like my more or less my E3 like talk, review, what have you. And while I'm doing that, you guys can look at Fallout 4 running on the Xbox One full with mods. I have modded the crap out of this game as much as I could on the Xbox One. And yeah, the stream is here now, legit. For some reason, Twitch just crashed and I couldn't stream again, so I tweeted out that I'm gonna jump from Twitch to YouTube. So I apologize for that, dude. But yeah, before we started talking about E3, I'll go ahead and show you some of the mods I have on here on the Xbox for Fallout 4 right now. As you can already see, you're not hearing that wrong. I actually have Zelda music playing in Fallout 4. Why is my phone still going off? I have it on silent. It should not go off. God dang it. Apple products. Dang it. Okay. Silent. Stay silent, phone. Good. Good phone. Okay. So yeah, I have Zelda music playing in Fallout 4. And since I already have this out, you guys can see I modded the Pip-Boy. So, well, I didn't personally make the mod, but I installed the mod to make the Nuka-Cola Pip-Boy. So, there you go. And I also added the mod to make Diamond City not look crappy, I guess. I totally missed the E3 today because I had to work. It's fine because we're discussing Zelda, so I believe basically The Legend of Zelda RPG. Well, let's talk about that first. We'll talk about Zelda first because that's the newest thing that just got announced today.
Perfection for sale.
That's what everybody's talking about. That's what everybody wants to hear about. So, I will give you my 2 cents about the new Zelda game. Blood Brigade, what's up, dude? Oh yeah, another thing I have the curvy voluptuous mod on the female body. Not because of a pervy thing. Like I have to stress that a lot. Not because it's a pervy thing. It's just that if you notice that the female body shapes in Fallout 4, they look a little polygonal and they look kind of gross and they don't really look, like a woman's body. This mod actually makes it so they look more curvy and look nicer. I also put a hair mod in, so like the hair that I have right here isn't a hair mod that you can normally get in the actual game, so there you go. The only reason why I'm not showing the front is because this mod actually turns the vault suit and so it's a little risque, but another thing too, if I take off the vault suit, then I'm running all buck naked and I don't want to get banned off of YouTube, so I can't show that. But more or less, there you go. But okay, that's enough about the mods and everything that I did in Fallout 4. Zelda. Let's talk about Zelda. First thing, because here's the thing. I'll be real with you guys. When the stuff for Nintendo started today, I didn't get a chance to watch the first, I would say maybe like 25 minutes or so of it because I overslept. So I kind of missed it. I missed like the debut trailer of the new Zelda game, so I was just like, ah, dang. But I remember them saying they were going to be talking, the whole presentation, the whole thing, the whole time was going to be all devoted to Zelda. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. I missed the trailer, but I can still see Zelda stuff. But I went into the live stream, I started watching, and they were talking about Pokemon. They were talking about Pokemon Sun and Moon. And I'm thinking, okay, you know, no biggie. They're going to talk about Pokemon Sun and Moon for a little bit, be done, move back on to Zelda. Not necessarily. They talked about Pokemon Sun and Moon for, I think, like an hour and a half, just talking about Pokemon. And I'm not going to lie, guys. I love Pokemon. I'm a big fan of it. I'm not too jazzed about Sun and Moon right now. I can honestly say that. With all honesty, I am not that jazzed about Sun and Moon right now. I don't know. And it's not me, it's not because I am a Gen 1er or anything like that. It's just, I don't really know if I'm ready to just jump into a new Pokemon game. I can't guarantee that, so. But after they got done with the hours worth of Pokemon stuff, they started talking about Zelda. And once they started talking about Zelda, they pretty much told us the name of the new Zelda game, which is, was it Breath of the Wild, I believe? Is that what it was called? Yes, you're not seeing that wrong, by the way. I do have a lightsaber. I don't enjoy the newer games after Alpha Sapphire. See, that's the thing, man. I can't say that I like them or dislike them because since I'm a Gen 1er, I didn't really play them. And a die. Oh yeah, that song plays when I die, by the way. So, there you go. I mean, that happened unintentionally, but, you know, it's a little fun, extra little thing you guys get to see. But yeah, I was not too crazy about hearing stuff about they seem complicated and lazy. I don't really know if they're lazy, it's just like, it's too many Pokemon right now, man. I'm just like, I played X and Y, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's me being impatient or something like that, but, you know, whatever. I mean, for what it's worth, it looks cool. I think people are really gonna dig it if they're really, really crazy about Pokemon, and I think everybody who's playing it is going to enjoy it. So, I figured you guys would like that. And another one is an ice cream cone with an evolution of a 3 cream cones. I don't know, but that's enough about Pokemon. It's enough about Pokemon. So let's talk about Zelda. I want to swing from the chandelier. I don't have that mod in here yet. Until someone makes that mod, I can't put it in Fallout 4. But until someone does, I will. And by the way, what's up? What's up, Jess? How's it going? But yeah, Zelda. The first thing they showed was basically the beginning, I guess, the beginning of the game
Don't
where.
move, Sim. What have you done with the real Riley? Where's my brother?
I swear, I'm not a synth. Don't shoot, for God's sakes, we're family.
Hey, what's going on over here?
Put the gun down now.
He's a Sith. He'll kill us all.
Whoa!
Kyle, no!
Okay, show's over. There are no synths in Diamond City.
There is a Sith. Me!
Paranoia.
I am a Sith Lord. Bow before me. Anybody? Anybody
I
about?
need you to step away, Scabber.
I got a lightsaber. Do you see this? I could kill you right now with one good swing. Don't think I won't. Don't think I won't.
Why the glum face? I thought random murder was routine around here.
You shut your mouth. We're risking our lives every day to keep assholes like you safe.
What's going on with
Now
this
move
dude in the
along.
background? Anyway, hold on. I gotta talk about Zelda. Gotta talk about Zelda. Okay. So, what they showed, the first thing they showed was there's voice acting in the game. Now, before everybody loses their minds,
What's everyone still standing around for? Go back to your own damn business.
Now, before everybody loses their minds, is like, oh my God, there's finally voice acting in a Zelda game. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Like your companion, the thing that you carry with you, I think it's like the Sheikah tab or something like that. That speaks to you, and that's what you hear when you start the game. It says, "Wake up, Link. Wake up. Open your eyes." And then you appear as this shirtless Link in like this pool.
Buy and sell everything to everyone except Sim.
You wake up in this pool, and it kind of looks like a technology room, kind of like the way the Twilight Realm looked like, but more like colorful, like blues and stuff like that. And you wake up in there, and then there's no dialogue or anything about that. It's just like you get out of bed, you go out of this like temple area where you're resting, there's two treasure chests. One has a shirt in it and one has a pair of pants. You don't need to take those with you. You can really play the game running in your underbritches if you want to, but it lets you equip clothing and everything like that. And when you think, when you're equipping clothing in Zelda, you're thinking, oh, it's going to be the traditional green tunic and the hat, right? No. For some reason, through a lot of this presentation, you don't see Link in his traditional green, ensemble. It's like that wasn't present here. So I'm thinking, are they going a different way with this, where Link's not going to be in green at all? But I was just like, all right, cool. Hold on, let me read more. Had a great day, Ben. Had to work today. Working with customers who have sticks up their rear ends. Anyways, fun. Always fun. What in your occupation causes you to watch that? It's a pretty weird occupation. So yeah, basically you do that, and as soon as you start going out, you can start, you start gathering materials and everything like that. And that's one of the things that I've always been interested in, and it's like I wondered why they never did that. Why they never did that in a Zelda game before. And seeing that actually made me be like, oh, okay, so you're actually going to be able to craft your own items, create your own equipment. And I'm thinking, like, that's honestly one of the best moves in ways of moving Zelda forward, if you know what I mean. It's like you're moving Zelda forward, and that's a good thing. Okay, finally, I made my holotape. Okay. Here we go. Now we do the fun stuff. Now I can put cheats in the game. Okay. Player cheats. Let's give myself some perks while I'm at it. Okay, so while I'm doing this, so yeah, they showed that now, instead of, like in typical Zelda games where you would go and look for items, like you would cut grass to find hearts and rupees and stuff like that. Now you don't use hearts to regain your health. You use food. And when you use food, it turns it into, you have to collect your food and you have the option to cook it or just eat it raw. And if you want to do that, you can. You get more of a bonus. Oh, I'm such a cheater right now. I'm such a cheater right now. And that actually benefits you. One of their selling points, which I thought was really funny, is like it's like now it's official. Link has an official jump button, so Link can jump now. They made that seem like that was a huge thing, and I'm just like, dude, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a thing, really, because Link could jump in Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link. That's not new. So you're saying it's like, oh, we took something from a game that came out in the 80s, and we're making it seem like it's a big deal. The Pip-Boy is gorgeous. Thank you. There's a lot of Pip-Boy mods on here, like skins that you can put on them. I didn't really care much for it though. So I saw the one with the Nuka-Cola girl on it. I'm like, yeah, that's the one I want. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I'm playing it. I'm gonna play this game Super Scrub Lord style. So I'm just cheating, giving myself perks, because the thing about being a Super Sith Lord in this game is so you can do whatever you want, not take a lot of damage, and not worry about dying. So that's like the key here. So I am upgrading everything I possibly can. But yeah, back to the stuff on Zelda. One of the things they showed that I thought was impressive, for the most part, I thought it was really, really cool that they showed just how big the map and just the general area of Zelda was, this new Zelda game. Because originally it was just like, basically the size of the map was pretty much, the size of the map that you were on was pretty much the size of, I would say it was probably the size of the entire overworld of Ocarina of Time, with Majora's Mask and maybe, no, I would say like the whole overworld was probably the size of Twilight Princess. And I thought, it's like, okay, that's all. That's the entire map. That's cool. And then they stretched out the map even further. They stretched the map out even further, and then you see just how massive this game is supposed to be. And one of the things that they made very clear, that this game is going to focus a lot. It's going to focus a lot on exploration. It's like you're going to have to explore, do a lot of stuff in this game in order to find items, find quests, find dungeons, all that stuff. The fairy shuts up. 3. Omar McDonald, wanna play Minecraft? Do I even have Minecraft? Let me check. There it is. Do I even have it downloaded? Hold on. I know this is completely taking me out of like the motive right now. Wait. I don't have it. Yeah, I'd have to re-download it. I do have Minecraft, but I have to re-download it, and honestly, I really don't want to play it. But yeah. But showing that made me very hopeful to see with it. They showed a lot of, like, you know, just crazy things that you can do in the game. One of the things that they showed that I was really, really into, that I was like, oh, that's really, really cool, is, you know how I said that you can change clothing and everything like that now in the game, which is really cool. It actually affects you, changing your clothing.
Hey, who hasn't?
And one of the things about it is, like, it's very cool that you can do that now. Is like, because they showed where Link was wearing the original clothing that he had, and then he went towards like the mountain area, the big snowy mountain area. and
I need him.
that he noticed a little change in Link, and then they pressed pause to go to the inventory screen, and it showed Link that he was like shivering and everything, like he was cold. And apparently what they're saying is because of that, like weather effects can actually affect you. It's like if you're in the cold area and you're not wearing clothing that can keep you warm, you'll start losing health. And the same thing if you're in a heated area, if you don't have something that can keep you cool, you're gonna burn up and you're gonna die. Which I thought was really interesting. It was like, whoa, I didn't know you could do that. Like that's something new in a Zelda game. I didn't know you could do that in a Zelda game. They also have like next to, because they have little icons on the hub on the main screen. One of them was like a sound meter, because it actually gives you the ability to like sneak up on enemies, sneak up on like animals so you can hunt for food. So it actually gives you the ability to, you know, sneak up on stuff, so you can claim your resources, which is cool. Another thing that they showed that I thought was really, really cool was, I don't really know if it's necessarily like a huge thing for gameplay, but they basically showed that when you go up to a mountaintop and you're on the snow, you can actually ride your shield down as a snowboard. I didn't see it, but I heard that they said that you could do that. And if you can do that, I think that's awesome. I think that's really freaking cool. So, Zelda is Fallout now. Honestly, I looked at it, and a good way to describe how the new Zelda looks, it's like if they took the exploration of a Dark Souls game. They took the exploration of a Dark Souls game. They gave you the inventory and like the inventory management of like The Witcher, and they gave you just like, welcome back, Apple. What's up, Golem? How's it going, dude? Welcome back. They did that with The Witcher, and then they just used like the elements from Zelda and mixed that all in a pot, and I feel like this is what that game is. Puzzle game where you play as Navi trying to get Link to listen. They could do that. They could do that as an extra game. It's like if you buy Breath of the Wild, you get, you know, Navi's Hero Simulator, where you have to you have to help Link, kind of like they did with Star Fox Guard. It's like you get this game for free. You get to play a game with a character that nobody freaking likes. Wait, am I stuck? Okay, no, I'm not stuck. So there you go. I was trying to download this game, but it won't download. You might want to check to see if you have enough inventory space. If you have enough space in your inventory, it should download it. If you don't, you're probably going to have to free up some space, because this game takes a lot to download. I'm a Sith Lord! Or if you enter the code, Konami code, and you at the title screen. There you go. It's fun to play this game. It's like, because since I'm doing a Sith Lord run, I'm only using the lightsaber. I'm gonna try to refrain from using guns, and if I do have to use guns, I'll probably use like a blaster or something like that. But so yeah, I thought it was just like the game itself, man. Oh crap! I thought the game looked really entertaining, and I thought it was great. I like the fact that you can climb stuff now to get where you need to go. I really like the fact that they're doing that. I love the fact that they're just saying you can explore the world, find what you want to do, and do what you want to do in the game. That I like. One of the things I didn't like, because with all the good there comes some bad, I will say this. One of the things I did not like, honestly, and it honestly has nothing to do with the game. It honestly has zero to do with the game. The only thing about the new Zelda that bothered me was the complaining that a lot of people were doing. A lot of people were complaining, just like, I was expecting you could play a girl this time around. You could switch Link to a girl. And that's the reason why this game's not going to be good. I'm like, first of all, Zelda's been around for 30 years. Link has been the hero for over 30 years. And all of a sudden now, just right out of the blue, I think it was just because originally when they saw the first trailer for the new Zelda game, they thought, oh, possibly Link could be a girl, because in the trailer he looked a little femme. Let's be real here. I'll look into it, Omar. I'll have to re-download it, but I gotta be honest, dude. I honestly don't play Minecraft that much, mainly just because I really don't get it. But I'll look into it, buddy. I'll look into it. But what else was I saying? But yeah, a lot of people are just being very nitpicky about it, and they were picking some of the smallest, dumbest stuff to complain about. It's like, oh, I'm noticing some frame rate drops in the gameplay demo. Ha 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 ha. This game's gonna suck. Then I'm like, dude, it's a gameplay demo. Of course, there's gonna be frame drops. It's a live broadcast, and most likely the version that they were showing you, I really genuinely feel this way. The one they were showing you, it was the Wii U version. So if you're complaining about frame rate dropping and everything like that, wait for the NX version. Because I'm pretty sure the NX version will be more optimized. It'll look better, it'll look crisper, it'll look cleaner. So if you're really focused on this, like, oh, the frame rate, get the NX version. And that's another thing too. This is what really irked me about it, because like I was talking about the game on Twitter, how I was excited about it, and then I kept reading other people's tweets on it, and people were saying, I just kept reading people's complaints about it, and I'm just like, the only thing that really bothered me about all of it is like all these people that are generally complaining about the new Zelda game, and like the small things they're complaining about. They're complaining about it, but I know for a guaranteed fact they're still gonna buy the game. So like honestly, why are you gonna complain about this game so much if you know you're going to buy it? Like seriously, who are you trying to fool? It's like, do you really think you're gonna get this hot spot on like somebody's blog or whatever, or get interviewed as like, oh, you thought the new Zelda sucks, so talk to us about it. Like, dude, no one cares. You're not a video game journalist. You're not someone important. So complaining about it on Twitter is not going to do anything for you. And I mean, myself personally, I don't really have any right to say that either, because I'm not a journalist or anything like that. I'm just a dude complaining about it on the internet. And that's pretty much it with Zelda. All I can say is that I think it looks good. I'm looking forward to it. And I can't wait to see more on it. There we go. Got a little Pokemon level up noise for you right there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I actually changed it though. I changed it to the Final Fantasy level up. Oh, it's because I didn't disable it. Crap. 90s gamers complained about the lack of story. 2000 gamers complained the lack of freedom. It's just like, it's small things people will complain about, and I'm just like, you can complain about it all you want, but if you're still going to buy the game, why are you complaining about it?
Pest exterminator. I heard you had a feral problem.
And I'm just like, that's the only thing I don't get. I don't get. It's like, I honestly am not going to complain about something or, like, you know, argue that it's not for me unless I legitimately am not going to buy it.
Those ferals.
You make a fair point.
Like, that's the main thing. It's like, if I'm not going to buy this game, then I have full right to complain about it. If I'm going to buy it, then I need to take my complaining and put it elsewhere, because it's really ridiculous to do that.
Use an extra gun on our side.
That all depends. How much are you paying?
So you're a mercenary.
But, you know,
fine.
Overall, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the new Zelda. It looks pretty. It looks fun. I can't wait to play it. I'll say this, it looks a heck of a lot better than Skyward Sword did. So that's a good thing. So, again, remember, like, a lot of people don't remember this. It's like they're complaining about this Zelda. Remember, the last Zelda game that came out, like the actual, like, new Zelda game that came out was Skyward Sword. And apparently there's talks that they might do a Skyward Sword remake. So, you better like this Zelda game or you're going to get a Skyward Sword remake, and we'll see how you feel about that.
We infiltrate the facility, secure the transmitter, and bring it back here. So what do you say? You willing to lend the Brotherhood of Steel a hand?
It's a good plan. If we make it back.
I can assure
I'm trying to be sarcastic and rude as much as possible with this character, because it's just fun. It's fun to be mean, and then it's good to just slice up people who give me any tood.
Halen, take Reese inside and find his wounds.
This guy right here, this guy Reese, he's a prick.
Once you're on your feet,
Like, I could kill him right now and not even think twice about it, but they'll attack me if I do, so.
civilian, it's time to prove your worth.
Um,
Head into the police station and resupply yourself. Then let me know when you're ready to begin.
I'm trying to think, what else?
All right, big guy. Let's go.
As far as that, nothing really else from Nintendo. Because, I mean, they kept on their word. They made the general focus all about Zelda, so that I approved of. May very well finally buy a Wii U for this Zelda game. I'll tell you this: if Brigade, I'll tell you this: if you're wanting to buy this Zelda game and you're wanting to get it with the Wii U, I say if that's really the only reason that you'll buy a Wii U, I say hold off on it until the NX version comes out. Because I feel like they're, by the looks of it, they're going to release them simultaneously. So if you have a Wii U or if you're wanting to get the NX version of it, I would say do that. Get the NX version of the new Zelda game. Because it's coming out on Wii U and NX. So if you want the more like updated, more visually pleasing, more crisper, and all that jazz that everybody's complaining about, the NX version will have that. So.
I don't know. Your prognosis looks pretty grim.
Do they have the mod that shows you exactly what your character is going to say on consoles? Yep, yes they do. That's what I've been using. Watch, I'll show you.
Excuse me, Paladin Dance.
You ready to move out?
See? Instead of saying like thought, honest, or whatever, it'll say why they established an outpost in the police station. I think so. I'm not sure. Not ready, and then there you go.
Why establish an outpost?
But yeah, it does have the
Given the nature of the
dialogue
facility, we
mod
felt
in
it would
here.
be tactically advantageous to search it for weapons and ammunition. The radio tower on the
But,
roof is an unexpected boon, but it obviously has. A
Everyone I
short
know is
life
asleep with me. Yeah,
It might not be as
I've just
imposing
been
as the Citadel back in the
busy,
capital
man.
wasteland.
Like, I didn't even go to E3,
That's all
but
we
I
need to
feel
do.
like I was there because I have so
Are you
much
ready to
stuff
proceed with the
around that
mission?
I need to focus on and work on.
I think so. I'm not sure.
I need you to do whatever it takes to be combat
Um,
ready. Gather anything you need
trying
from
to
the
think
police
what
station
else.
so we can be on our way.
I think other than that, that's pretty much it. With everything that Nintendo had, at least for Zelda. I will say, again, what I liked the inventory management. I liked the fact that you can craft items.
You should pay attention. You might learn something.
Listen, smartass, I don't take advice from anyone except Top. You're hired help, and that's all there is to it.
I can't stand this guy. Hired help or not?
Hired help or not, I got the job done.
Got some backbone. Good. You'll need it if you keep hanging with us. Now, why don't you run off and see if Top needs you to do anything else?
Okay. Before I do anything else, hold on, I'm going to save the game right here. And the only reason I'm doing that is so I can do this. Have a good night, Benchez. Appreciate it, Blood Brigade, man. Have a good one, dude. The only reason I'm going to do that is because he gets on my nerves and I just want to do this once. There we go. Oh, come on. It wasn't... You guys didn't even like him that much. Let's see. What did he have on him? Bottle cap, fuel stainless... Okay. He gets on my nerves, so I felt okay just icing him right there. It's like, that's one thing I love about this game. It's like, alright, I just want to murder him once, and then I'll reload my game and we'll be okay. See, he's fine. He's fine. Oh, yeah. Well, look what happens when I fall asleep. I don't know if it's going to do it, though, because I don't have a companion with me, but we'll check. We'll try. Ah, I need a companion.
The other guys.
I need a companion. Hold on. Have a good night. Take the power armor and finish them off. Hold on. Let me go to my mods really quick. Hold on. Let me make sure that there's no boobs in my, because it has pictures of each mod that you have. Okay, good. There's no boobs in it. I'll accept that one, but that one doesn't count because it's anime. All right. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, no, that was the Pokemon Rest that I turned off, not the Pokemon Level Up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and enable that one, and we're going to take off the Pokemon Level Up sound. So now when I level up, it'll make the Final Fantasy VII level up noise. So there we go. There we go. You can spawn in a companion with that cheat holotape. That's very true. This is why I have you guys around here, because you guys are smart, and I'm not. So there you go. What else can we talk about? E3. Well, I'll talk about all of E3 now, because I talked about it on Twitch, but I didn't talk about it on here, on YouTube. So we'll do that. I'll talk about that here. Okay, so first press conference that I saw, EA Electronic Arts, everybody's favorite company. I saw their press conference first. They didn't have any games that were coming out soon, by the way. Their press conference was very dull. It was boring. They talked about they basically said it's like, we're trying to bring all of our stuff into esports and everything like that. And I'm like, dude, I don't freaking care about esports. I really don't. But, I mean, if you're into esports, cool. There you go. Okay. I think this will work now. Hold on.
Sorry about the other
Dang
guys.
it. I need a companion. Let me fire out my cheat. Holodeck. So, yeah. But they showed that, and I'm like, I guess that's cool. That was the one thing. That was the one thing I wanted to see. I wanted to see that. Oh, crap. Companions. Yeah, the only thing I can spawn is a legendary albino Deathclaw and an epic Behemoth. So I can't really... miscellaneous cheats. Spawn a settler, clear weather. Nah. Don't worry, I'll make a lover soon so you guys can hear it. But yeah, they showed Mass Effect Andromeda, and they didn't really show they didn't really show much of Mass Effect Andromeda. They showed the guy come out and is like, Mass Effect Andromeda is happening. Wait, Fallout 4 on the Xbox One has mods now? Oh yeah, dude. Mods for the Xbox One version of Fallout 4 came out, I think, at the beginning of the month. Yeah. And so they showed them like saying, "Oh, we're working on it," and they showed a little bit, a tiny little smidgen of gameplay. And they showed a new Saria character, which I liked. They showed a new female character, which I thought was pretty cool. And that was it. They didn't show anything else. They showed that the Mako is back, so if you guys are excited about the Mako, that's cool. I'm excited about the Mako. I like the Mako. I thought it was a cool... There you go. See? Final Fantasy level up sound. What else? I'm trying to think. What else did they? With EA, I mean, they showed DLC stuff that's coming to Star Wars Battlefront. So if you're big into Star Wars Battlefront, then you got some DLC coming. But the only thing that kind of sucked about that was they basically said, hey, there's DLC coming out for Star Wars Battlefront, but there's a new Star Wars Battlefront game coming out in 2017. So what's the point of releasing DLC for this game if you're literally going to release a new one next year? And I'm really hoping, like, I absolutely dog meat, move, please, buddy, move, please, thank you. I genuinely hope that they're not going to turn Star Wars Battlefront into their Call of Duty and release a new Star Wars Battlefront every year, because that would suck. That would really suck if they did. Ah! I haven't been on the console in a while, so I had no idea. Yeah, it's understandable, yeah. Especially if you play this game on PC. Like, honestly, the last thing that you're going to pay attention to is the console version. if you'd like, I can show you some of the mods that I have enabled right now on this one. As you can see, I have the lightsaber mod, so you know that's nice. It's a cool mod. It one-shots anything that touches me, so that's pretty sweet. Let's see. But yeah, I have the lightsaber mod. I have the. Hold on, let me put this away. I have the more curvaceous female body mod for the game. I have the Nuka-Cola Pip-Boy mod. I have the hair textures for females. I have new hair textures that aren't available in the actual game. I kind of wish that it wasn't dark right now. I could actually show you what the game looks like when there's color. So let me find somewhere I can sit and wait for a couple minutes. Maybe in here. The Spike TV of video game companies. It's a little harsh, man. It's a little harsh. But yeah, honestly, I honestly could have seriously done without an EA press conference because it was just, I can't do that well in combat. Alright, my weapon's gone. Can I sit now? There we go. But yeah, I could have done without the EA press conference. It was boring. Nothing happened. They didn't show anything. So, moving on. That's sweet. I'm into the Zelda music pack one. I am too, man. The Zelda music is really cool. It's a nice added touch, especially when I'm talking about like E3 and everything like that. It's nice to have Zelda music playing because like there was a lot of Zelda stuff today. So yeah. Other thing I have it so instead of like, I have it instead of like brown and decaying textures. I have it having more lush green. The lighting is a lot better, like the sunlight is a lot better. I improved the water textures and everything like that, so that looks cool. And before again, I said it before I go off and say it, it's like, oh, I did this and everything. Like, all I did was download it. I didn't make any of these mods. I just downloaded them. So, yeah. At the moment right now, if you download mods on the console, I believe it only gives you 2 gigs worth of space to download at the moment. And I think they're not going to increase that until they release the mod support for PlayStation 4, which I believe will be happening at the end of the month. So if you have this PlayStation 4 and you want to start installing mods, you'll be able to do that at the end of the month. So good on you if you want to do that. Speaking of mods, which is a good Gecko, what's up, dude? Which is a good segue into the next press conference that happened, which was Bethesda's. Now, Bethesda, I'll say this right now. A lot of what Bethesda showed was good, and then, One of the things they showed, the first thing that they showed, which I'll say this right now, I don't think I've ever been that giddy and excited before, because I didn't know that this was happening, I didn't know it was coming, I didn't know it was going to even exist. But they showed the trailer for the new Quake coming out, which they called Quake Champions, and I'm just the little 8th grader in me, the little dorky kid that played Quake so freaking much, went to LAN parties and everything like that with his buddies and played Quake, that all rushed back to me. Emily, what's up, dude? How's it going? All that came rushing back to me. I was so freaking excited about that. I'm just like, oh my god, there's a new Quake game coming out. And I feel like one of the main reasons why this is happening is because they saw how well the new Doom did, and it's just, oh god, it's fast paced. There's like it's exactly what I would want a new next gen Quake game to look like, and it's just like, I want to kiss everybody at id Software because they're making this happen, and it looks so freaking good. I can't wait to play it. What else? What else did Bethesda show? I mean, Quake was... didn't they have a crappy Elder Scrolls Yu-Gi-Oh! Hearthstone crap? Yeah, it was Elder Scrolls Legends, I believe. Yeah, which is essentially their Hearthstone. It was their Hearthstone. And there is no way that I am going to hit any of these guys. Because one of them has a giant bomb, so I'm going to leave now. I'm going to leave now. Oh my god, he is just going to keep following me, isn't he? He is just going to keep following me until that bomb goes off. Man, I don't have a blaster either. Do I have a blaster? Hold on. Darksaber, Fragment Mine. I should probably use those. I can use a grenade, you know. Sith Lords use grenades, don't they? Run! Haha! Not a scratch on me. Perfect. But yeah, they showed Elder Scrolls Legends for PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4. So if you ever wanted a Hearthstone game with Elder Scrolls in it, it's coming out. So there you go. What else? They showed something that everybody already knew about.
Hey,
Let's see.
how you doing, buddy?
Okay. I'm gonna.
Why don't you wait at home, boy?
Yeah, I'm gonna have Dog Meat go wait over there because I don't like it when Dog Meat gets hurt because it makes me feel bad. I don't like seeing a dog get hurt. So the other thing that they showed, which everybody already knew was gonna be announced, and they already knew because it got leaked, but they announced Skyrim, the Skyrim remastered. So if you've never played Skyrim or you've been waiting to play Skyrim, you now can play it, and it's been remastered. It's in HD. It looks cool. It looks pretty, and much like they did with Fallout 4, it's gonna have mod support. So if you want to buy Elder Skyrim and you want to put mods in it, you can do that. So pretty much like they did with this for console, you can do that with Skyrim. So if you wanted to play Skyrim with mods on console, you can do that. Am I streaming on both, James? No. I was streaming on Twitch earlier, but as always, Twitch was giving me issues and it crashed on me, so I'm just like, nope, no thanks. So I decided to hop on here onto YouTube and finish up the stream. I'm pretty much just talking E3 stuff, showing off some mods in Fallout 4, and just chatting up with you guys. Oh yeah, the Sith have blasters. Crap, I probably should have grabbed some. But yeah, so they showed that. They showed Elder Scrolls Remastered, which looks good. I mean, the new Elder Scrolls Remastered looks really good. A lot of people are saying it's just like, oh, this is just the PC version. Okay, smart Alec. I understand that. Sure, it's the PC version, but newsflash, not everybody can get a super high-end PC. Not everybody is allowed that. Not everybody can have one. So having that, option so you can play it that way is good. So there you go. You're wondering why there's Zelda music? It's because I installed the Zelda music and Link's advanced music mod. So now I can listen to Zelda music while I play Fallout 4. They also have one for Metroid. So if you like Metroid music, there's a Metroid radio station you can install, a mod you can install in Fallout 4, so you can listen to Metroid music while you play. I think this was it? No, that was Ubisoft. I was about to say. The other stuff they showed at Bethesda, they showed some VR stuff. So if you're excited for VR, they showed it. Honestly, the only thing they showed VR-wise that I was like, oh, cool, that would be awesome to play, is they pretty much showed that you can play. They had it. Well, I don't know if it's going to come out, but they had it demoed so you can try their VR with the new Doom. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of a little jelly about that because I'm just like, dude, I love the new Doom. It's really freaking fun, and I think playing that with the VR on might be kind of cool. Wicked was a great play. I heard it was good. I never saw it though. But other than that, they talked about the snap map feature for Doom, so it's basically create your own levels and areas and stuff for people to play on Doom. So there you go. If you want to create fun levels and have people that you know play them and stuff like that, you can do that in Doom. So it's a fun little added little extra thing for you. Trying to think what else did they show that just like really stuck out at Bethesda. Just VR stuff. What else? VR stuff. I can't honestly remember anything else that they showed. They showed the Dark Brotherhood expansion for the Elder Scrolls Online. So if you're big into the Elder Scrolls Online and you want to play that, you can do that. So, and they made it so now there's no level cap. So if you want to go into any area in the game now, you can do that and not have to worry about it's like, oh, I'm not a high enough level, so I can't go. My health is low. Nerd rage. That's an actual. That's not a mod. That's an actual perk you have in this game. I would expect for it. It would be excited for VR if I wasn't so poor. Yeah. Likewise. I mean, myself, I've tried VR. I've tried the HTC Vive. I tried it at I think it was at a GameStop that I tried it. And I'll say this, I mean, it was functional. It worked. But to be completely honest, VR isn't for everybody. Not like I'm saying it's like some people will like it and some people won't. Some people get motion sickness. And if you make a game that somebody really wants to play and they can't play it because of motion sickness or epilepsy or something like that, it's kind of a bummer. It's like, it's a major bummer because it's like, dude, I can't even enjoy your game because it makes me sick when I play it. And it's not because it's bad, it's just because I can't play it. Whoa! I'm not gonna lie, doing that in slow motion is actually pretty. Whoa! God dang it. That sucked. But yeah. Other than that, nothing really too crazy out of Bethesda. They showed the reboot of Prey. I don't really know. I don't even know if you can call it. I don't even know if you can call it a reboot for Prey, because honestly, I mean, I guess that's what you should call it. But playing Mirror's Edge on VR would be fun. About 5 minutes until you accidentally jump off a building. Yeah, definitely don't want to do that. I don't think the last thing I think EA wants is to get lawsuits. It's like, my son jumped off a building while playing your game in VR. It's like, that's like a lawsuit waiting to happen. So and just, I don't know, I don't even think I could play a game like Mirror's Edge in VR because it would give you such a bad sense of vertigo. And if you're like me, who is just already terrified of heights, playing a game like that probably would not be the best thing to do. Gotta be honest. But yeah, they showed the reboot of Prey. And I'll be honest, I'm not too crazy about Prey. I didn't really care much for the first one. I didn't like it. I thought it was boring. Like, honestly, the coolest thing about the original Prey was the beginning of the game where you get abducted. I guess that was kind of cool. But other than that, the game was kind of dull. It was like a mediocre first-person shooter. I mean, sure, it was an early one because it was like I think it was like an Xbox 360 launch title. But yeah, it was kind of dull. You couldn't die in the first one. I meant in a game, but yeah, it scared the life. Yep, it's true. Let's see, that's my one true is falling off a building. That and spiders. But yeah, Prey, the new Prey, honestly, not too jazzed about it. I didn't like how they kept showing the guy going back and forth, repeating the set, basically Groundhog Daying it, for those of you who have ever seen the movie Groundhog Day. And he kept looking at his eye, and it progressively got redder and redder and redder every time he looked at it. And I'm like, this dude's got the worst case of pink eye I've ever seen in my life. But I'm like, all right, I guess that's cool if you're into it. I personally might skip out on it because I really don't have an interest in playing Prey at all. If it was gonna be Prey 2, like like the one that was originally supposed to happen before they canceled it, I probably would have been all on it because it looked really cool. It's like you were like this dude in like a futuristic city and you were a bounty hunter, and I'm just like, dude, this looks awesome. And I was actually excited for that. I was like, this might be a Prey game that I actually want to play. And they canceled it, and now they're doing this one, which is weird. It's like, if you were going to continue the Prey franchise, why didn't you just do that one? I don't know. But, there you go. Or Silent Hills and PT in VR. That is something I'll get to in just a second, because I'm going to go through each press conference as I watch them. But yeah, everything else from Bethesda, they showed Dishonored 2, and I get a lot of flack for it, especially from the Maniac Core, one of my viewers on Twitch. He tried very hard to get me to like Dishonored. He said I should play it. You'll really like it. I played maybe about an hour's worth of the first one. I did not get into it, and I just did not have fun with it. And honestly, I have like zero interest in playing. I have like absolutely zero interest in playing Dishonored 2. I mean, I like the fact that you get to play as a girl in the second one. That's cool. I mean, but I honestly don't think that's enough for me to be like, oh, okay, I'll totally play Dishonored 2. This is like, it's very meh for me. I honestly really don't care that much about Dishonored 2 to play it. It's basically Groundhogs of War Judgment 2032. But yeah, that was Bethesda's. Overall, Quake was really fun to see. I like the fact that they were showing new DLC and stuff coming to Doom. That was really cool. Skyrim remastered. I guess that's pretty fun. I do like the fact it's going to have mod support for console, so that'll probably want to make me play it more, because honestly, that's the main reason I'm playing Fallout 4 again, because I didn't play it originally that much afterwards, after I played through it, because I kind of just like, I don't really know. But then the mods came out for it, and now I have a lot more interest in playing it now because there's a lot of cool mods for it. So other than that, Bethesda was very meh.
There's no way I'm joining your
next
army.
up,
your consent is not required. We are in a state
next up was Ubisoft. Ubisoft was the next conference that I watched. I gotta be honest, I was a little hesitant when Ubisoft came out. I was just like, okay, we're gonna talk Ubisoft. All right, what do you got? Jalen Jackson, you are very forward. I appreciate that. What's up, dude? When Ubisoft came out, they started with this weird furry party, coming out to the song "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen, which is one of my favorite songs ever, and it was just kind of weird seeing that kind of stuff going on while that song was playing, but I was like, all right, whatever. And it was basically, they opened up the show with the stuff for the new Just Dance game. So I'm like, okay. I don't care about Just Dance. I have zero interest in playing Just Dance. No thanks. Boring. Next. Should have done all the sarcastic comments where that robot, he ends up exploding? Really? Ah, dang. I'll have to remember that from here on out. It's like, if there's an option to have them explode, yeah, totally do that. But yeah, Ubisoft, they did Just Dance. Didn't care at all for Just Dance. I was like, okay, whatever. What else did they show? They showed Just Dance, and I'm like, all right, whatever. This is boring. Next, then they showed Ghost Recon, like a new Ghost Recon game, and I was just, it looks super dull, man. I was just like, I don't care. I don't care enough about Ghost Recon to be like, oh. I was like, okay, this could look cool, because honestly, I haven't liked Ghost Recon since the one on the 360. Like, the one on the 360 was probably like the last time I played a Ghost Recon game, and I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty fun. But since that, I've had zero interest in playing Ghost Recon. Then they showed, what else did they show? It's like, this will go to show you how entertaining their press conference was if I don't really remember what they showed. Like, if it, honestly... There we go, level up! Watch Dogs 2. Oh, don't worry, I will tell you exactly what I felt about Watch Dogs 2. You know what? I'll go ahead and talk about it. Watch Dogs 2. I'll be honest, I was excited when the first one came out, because I'm thinking, okay, cool, new IP, interesting, looks fun. The trailer that they showed at E3 that year that they announced it looked really cool. And then you play it, it looks nothing like the trailer that they showed. It had frame rate issues, it was bad, the game wasn't fun at all, I hated it. I hated Watch Dogs. I thought it was stupid, and I just like, you know what, as soon as I finished it, I'm just like, dude, I'm glad it's over, because I did not like the game at all. And then, sorry I was away, I'll check out Watch Dogs 2. Like, I like the first one, even with its issues, but yeah, no, I will not fake hype for Watch Dogs 2. I said it during the press conference when I was watching it, and I was just like, dude, I don't care. I think it looks dumb. I think it's stupid. I hated the first one. I don't want to play this game at all. And I thought after they showed it off, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, we're done, right? No more, we're not going to talk about it anymore. And then, God, are you serious? I'm stuck. This is why I love Fallout, because you get stuck on stuff. Anyway. I wish there was a mod so you don't get stuck on stuff when you're moving. Get out of here. But yeah, then I was just like, okay, after they showed it, I'm just like, alright, we can move on now. And then they proceeded to continue talking about Watch Dogs 2, and I'm just like, dude, I don't care. Like, I understand that this is their, like, new big franchise that they really want to do something with. I'm like, okay, I get that. Totally get that. Go for it. I'll do all you want. But it's just the more they would ramble on about it, the more I cared less and less about it. I'm just like, I don't care. I'm not interested in this game at all. It doesn't look fun to me. Like, the only benefit and plus I would say that Watch Dogs 2 has is I will say that the protagonist you play as is way more interesting than Aiden Pierce was in the first one. It's like, he seems like an actual character. He's not just like your one-dimensional, like, grainy guy. I had a horrible past. I lost my family. Blah blah blah. He actually looked like an interesting character. So I'll give them that. But other than that, I could care less about Watch Dogs 2. I have zero interest in playing it. Absolute zero interest in playing Watch Dogs 2. God dang it. What else? After they showed that, the one thing they showed at the Ubisoft press conference that I liked was the South Park game. South Park, The Fractured Butthole. I love the fact that it's doing, like, yo, this is the South Park version of Civil... Oh my god, really? It's the South Park version of Civil War. It's literally, that's what it is. I love the fact that they're doing superheroes now. It's like, you pick your class and everything like that. You give yourself a tragic backstory and everything like that. It just seems like they're going even crazier with this one. And I like, that's another thing too. Like, Matt and Trey Parker, like the creators of South Park, were actually in the press conference. They were there. They were talking about the game, and they were telling jokes. And it's like, that's the thing about them. They never come out with like a script when they come out to talk. They're pretty much, they say what they want to say. And because of that, their whole segment the entire time they were out there was so enjoyable and so entertaining to watch. And I'm just like, okay, I understand what these guys are talking about. It's funny. I get it. It's not just all like, hey, we're gonna do this. This is funny. Haha, video game. Ha ha ha. It wasn't fake. And that's like one of the main things that I can't freaking stand about E3 press conferences, man. And Aiden Pierce. Yeah, Aiden Pierce was the guy from the first game, which he's not in this one, and you can obviously understand why, because he was freaking boring and dumb and didn't need to be in the game. But yeah, everything they showed about South Park, Fractured Butthole, but looked great, and I'm excited for it. It's funny. I love Stick of Truth, and it looks like they're pretty much doing the same thing with this one, but they're doing it with superheroes, and it looks awesome. So yeah. Out of all the games they showed at Ubisoft's press conference, that was probably the one I was excited for the most, and I thought was the most interesting. So, there's that. I was cool with the press conference that they were having, and I was glad that they weren't showing anything about Assassin's Creed. And then they talked about Assassin's Creed, the movie, coming out. And it's, I really hope that it's like I don't want the Assassin's Creed movie to do bad. Like, I don't like Assassin's Creed, and I haven't liked Assassin's Creed since Assassin's Creed 2. But I really don't want this movie to do bad. I really don't. Because by the looks of it now, since there's like, we're not going to do Assassin's Creed this game this year because we're focusing on the movie, if you're going to turn Assassin's Creed into a movie franchise, please make it good. Like, that's my only request. It's like, if you're gonna do a movie, fine, do a movie, but just make it good. Just make the movie good. That's all you gotta do. And I don't mean make it good like make it like a more, for lack of a better word, make it like a Spielberg movie, but just make it an entertaining summer movie. That's all you gotta do. Like, they've done that with less. They've done that with less, and it was just like, all right, cool. Michael Fassbender, Magneto is playing the assassin. That's cool. It looks interesting, but it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can get into it. I mean, I'm definitely gonna see it. I'm gonna go see the movie because I can't say that the movie sucks until I see it. So. I know I was a joke, but to show how forgettable a knockoff Batman issue Aiden was, I was like, I don't care. I was trying to make a joke because he's full of angst. Yeah, man. Like, a lot of the way it sounds is like, did I even enjoy E3 at all? And I did. I did enjoy it. I did. There were just certain things about it that I didn't like. And a lot of it was in Ubisoft and EA's press conference. A lot of it I didn't like. Then two dudes came out in what appeared to be red tiger jumpsuits, and they came out with pyro and stuff like that, trying to be all like, trying to get the crowd excited, you know, hype, let's play, oh, video game. And I was like, okay, this is kind of cool, this is kind of interesting, because I liked that they were being very over the top. They were being like out there and crazy. And the dude, one of the guys said that it's like he was one of the guys that worked on Far Cry Blood Dragon, which, if you guys didn't play Far Cry Blood Dragon, you should, because it was really good. It was an expansion that came out for Far Cry 3 that basically turned the game into like an 80s action movie. It was really fun. It was really like interesting, and he came out and said that. And then the other guy said, is like, I'm the dude who made Trials. And I'm like, wait, you mean like that motocross physics game that's kind of cool sometimes? And I'm just like, oh, okay. And they basically they made a game together called Trials of the Blood Dragon. And I'm like, okay, I guess that seems cool. And then they showed it, and I'm like, oh. You know what I just realized? I'm freaking dumb. I'm freaking dumb right now. I'm like, God, I need health and stuff. I'm like, God, I'm gonna die soon. Dude, I have cheats. I can just give myself health. Good God. See, this is what happens. I'm like, I'm gonna give myself 1,000,000 caps right now. There you go. There we go. There's that. Chems. Give myself some stim packs and some Radaway. I'm over here and it's like, God dang it, man, I'm losing so much health. And I'm like, why don't I just freaking put the cheat in and give myself some freaking health? Oh my good God, man. Where is my head right now? But yeah, so they showed off Trials of the Blood Dragon, which is a Trials game with like the look and style of Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. It looked cool. It looked interesting. I honestly, I'll play it, but I probably won't play it until it becomes free for Xbox Live or like PlayStation Plus. It's probably when I'll play it. Because I don't really feel like it's a game that I would buy, but if I got it for free, I'd probably play it. So, because that's the same thing with the Trials game that they recently released for free. I didn't buy it. I got it for free, and I played it, and I was like, that's pretty cool. So, that was alright. It's just Trials with an 80s twist. Yep. Not Far Cry Racing. I was actually surprised. It's like I was expecting to see something Far Cry related, and they didn't say anything. Like at the least, like maybe some DLC for Far Cry Primal. Nope. No, nothing. And that's the thing. I was actually expecting DLC for Far Cry Primal because I actually liked Far Cry Primal. I liked it. I thought it was fun. But nothing. They didn't say anything about Far Cry. So I'm just like, alright, well, that's cool. After that, what else did they show? Oh, they ended the press conference. They ended the press conference with a new game called Steep, which is basically their dude bro,
bobby pins.
Their dude bro extreme snowboarding, parachute, ski, gliding, extreme sports game. And at first when I saw that, I'm thinking this looks dumb. And then I watched a little bit more of it, and I'm like, this is actually kind of cool. Because it immediately reminded me of SSX. And like the new SSX that came out, like the recent rebooted one. And the way that this game was presented, it looked to me as like, this is what I wish the rebooted SSX would have been. Because it looks so cool. Like being able to like scale mountains and do stuff with your friends and everything like that. I wish that's what the rebooted SSX was like. But instead it wasn't. It was a little lackey. But it looked cool, and apparently there's a beta coming out for it, so I might try out the beta and see how it is. And if it's interesting enough, I might buy it. But I'll try out the beta and see how it is. But yeah, that was Ubisoft. If I had to grade their press conference, the one thing I didn't talk about. They showed a Star Trek VR game. I could give two craps about it, but I did like the fact that LeVar Burton came out because he was one of my favorite people on Star Trek. See him come out, talk about it, and everything like that. I'm like, this is cool, awesome. Honestly, he could have just said stuff about like, "Hey, I'm LeVar Burton, video games," and I'm just like, ah, it's so cool because I'm a sucker for LeVar Burton. But yeah, that was probably the coolest thing about the Star Trek VR game. I mean, it's like it's VR, so I don't really care much for it, but you know, I thought that was cool. So yeah, that was pretty much Ubisoft. Interesting, not like, oh my god, this is like the greatest of all time, but it was interesting. I'm gonna go to Diamond City. I'm gonna buy a Fat Man. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Let me go to Diamond City. Diamond City Market. But yeah, I thought that was cool. Microsoft. Oh, the Bird VR game. I tweeted out when they were demoing that game, when they were showing the people playing it, and the only thing I got from that demonstration of that game is like, dude, this is like a Stevie Wonder game. It's like, because the way they were playing it, it looked like Stevie Wonder when he's playing the piano. Because you know how he kind of like swishes from side to side when he's really into the music he's playing? And I'm just like, dude, this is a Stevie Wonder game. This is what it is. Like, that's all I got from that. And I'm just like, I couldn't get over how ridiculous the people looked in the game. I mean, I'll be honest.
The new girl?
I'll be honest. The
Word
game
kinda
looked
travels
cool
fast
until they
inside
told me that you have to
What can I
use
say?
like
Names
basically like an eagle gun to shoot down your enemies. And I'm just like, oh, that's kind of what.
I'll take a look. Sure.
That's kind of what
Something for
like took it away from me. It's like I was excited until they said you can shoot down your enemies with your bird gun, like bird wind. And I was just like, I mean, it's like when I say it's like, oh, they look dumb playing it, and it's like you can't really look cool playing a VR game. Let's be real here, you can't. But I mean, I was into it until they said the thing about you can shoot down your opponents with your bird magic, and I'm just like, oh god, that looks really, really stupid. Because like when they said that you had to attack your enemies to get them out of the sky and to take like the dead rabbit that you're trying to get so you can clear the objective, I thought that you were gonna actually have to do like dive bombs and like peck and scratch at them and everything like that to you know get the objective. But no, you shoot bird gun air, and that's how you do it. And I'm just like, nope. It's like there really wasn't anything that sold me on VR just yet through everything that I've seen. So yeah, that was Ubisoft. It's VR Mario Kart with birds. Now, Mario Kart doesn't suck. This game looks like it's gonna suck. Shots fired. Okay, Microsoft, Xbox, their press conference. I'll be real. They opened up with Phil Spencer saying their respects to the people of Orlando and everything like that. That I thought was cool, because no other press conference said anything other than the guys at Microsoft and Phil Spencer. That I thought was cool. I mean, I wasn't expecting them to do anything like that or say anything. I mean, they were all wearing the commemorative pins and like, you know, ribbons and everything like that, which I thought was cool. But the fact that they said something literally about it before their press conference started, I really respected that. I thought that was really cool. But after that, they showed off the new Xbox S. The new slim, smaller, sleeker Xbox. And they said it can produce 4K resolution, and it has a built-in power supply, so you don't have to have the huge lugging little brick that you have on your Xbox One right now. Well, if they all said stuff, I didn't hear it because I might have missed it, but if they did, disregard. I appreciate that they said something. So, if they did, cool. Because I didn't hear anything, so. Bethesda did, EA didn't, Ubi and Microsoft and Nintendo did. Well, yeah. Well, I don't really think Nintendo even had a press conference. But anyway, back to Microsoft. They showed the much long-awaited. They showed the new Xbox, the new Xbox Slim, which looks cool. I gotta be honest, it looks cool. They showed the starting price of it, which is $299. And when I saw that, I got excited. I'm like, awesome! It's gonna be $299. It's gonna have a 2 terabyte hard drive and all that stuff. I'm like, sweet! I'm totally gonna upgrade. And then, they gave me a little sense of clarity, and they cleared up that little rumor right there. And what they pretty much said was, the $299 is the 500 gig model. If you want the 1 terabyte, it's $399, and if you want the 2 terabyte, it's $499, or something like that. Like, yeah, like one was $300, and then like the 2 terabyte model, I believe, was $350. So when I saw that, I'm like, I get you. So, but either way, if you don't have an Xbox One yet, or if you're looking to clear out some of your space on your shelves and stuff like that, now you have an option there with the Xbone Slim. Wait, I don't have any freaking ammo in this thing? God dang it. So, I thought it looked cool. I like the fact that it's slimmer. Now that I know what the cost of it is, at least for the model that I actually want, I don't know if I'm going to be upgrading to it just yet. I think I'm just going to hold off on it until later. After that, they showed Gears of War 4. So they showed gameplay for that, which it's Gears of War. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really good. It looks pretty. You're playing as Marcus Phoenix's son. This time around, you're not playing as him. Am I the only one who thinks this, though? Am I the only one who thinks that every time they do Gears of War, like, showing at any E3, it always seems to end and start the same way? Like, they're doing their mission, they start doing their cover shots and everything like that, and then something big comes at them, and then it fades to black, it says Gears of War, and then that's the end of it. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. And I'm just like, okay, cool. Whatever. I did like seeing the old Marcus Phoenix in that trailer where they showed, like, Marcus Phoenix. He was all gray and old and everything like that. I thought that was cool. Because I do like Marcus Phoenix as a character. So, thumbs up for that. It looks cool. I don't know if I'm going to play it, but it definitely looks good. And it looks cool. So, who knows? Maybe. Maybe. After that, the guys, Killer Instinct guys came out. They announced General Ram is coming to Killer Instinct, which I already knew, and I said it the day, I think it was the day that Mira came out. I said that, you know, that pretty much had leaked, so we already know that General Ram was coming out. I have actually played a little bit of General Ram in KI. He's a lot of fun. He might be another character that I might actually start picking up and playing and using. He does feel a little unbalanced right now, which I feel like they're going to fix at some point, but he's fun. I think he's a good character. Oh, you mother fifers. What was after that? After that, they showed the new Forza. And let me be real with you guys. The only Forzas that I've played was Forza, I think it was like the first Forza on Xbox One. I think it was Forza 4. And I played a little bit of Forza Horizon. They were interesting. They were cool. I don't know. I don't really like simulation car games. I know Horizon's a little bit more arcadey than Forza is. But, I mean, it's a pretty looking game. It looks gorgeous. But as far as that, I don't really know if I'm going to play it. But if given an opportunity, I might try it. If given an opportunity, I might try it. Because, I mean, I did, for what it was worth, when I played the other Forza games, I enjoyed them. They were fun. For the short time I played them, I enjoyed them. But as far as that goes, I don't know. We'll see. They announced basically they announced the whole cross-buy, cross-play stuff for Xbox and Windows 10 PC, which is pretty much you bought the game on Xbox, you can play it on PC, you can play people on PC, play people on Xbox who have it on PC, and you only have to buy the game once. That I freaking loved. I thought awesome. That especially for a guy like me who wants to play a lot more games with people. You're getting Horizon 3 on day one. I'm not surprised. I saw your guys's video on your E3 stuff, and yeah, I don't think I couldn't see both of you guys because of how big your boner was for Horizon 3. And I was like, wow, James is really excited about this game. And I'm not gonna take anything away from you, dude. It's like, yeah, if you're psyched for it, cool. It's like, and you already told me, it's like, hey, you can't changed my mind about it. I like this game, and I'm like, all right, I respect that. I'm not gonna take any away from that because I respect your opinion. But yeah, it looks. I mean, it looks pretty. As far as anything else goes, it looks pretty. So there you go. With that, they showed. What else did they show? But yeah, the whole cross-buy. Pretty much every game when Gears of War comes out, every game afterwards is going to do that. So if you buy it on Xbox, you can play it on PC, so on and so forth, from here until the end of time. So there you go. I love Forza though. Anyway, it's in. That's the other thing too. I was actually a little psyched for that. I'm just like, oh, it's set in Australia. And I'm just like, ooh. And I'm not gonna. I wanted to tweet it out when I said it when they said that, but I was just like I was tweeting about other stuff, so I didn't get around to it. But I pretty much ended up saying was like, well, it's may be very difficult for me to go to Australia, so I guess I'll play Horizon 3, and this will pretty much be the closest thing I get to Australia at any point in time. So it's the closest I'll get to going to Australia. So you know what? Why not? I think that's cool. It's like, and I saw how excited you guys were about it. I'm like, okay. Say, when I see people who are excited about something, that's how I can get excited about it. It's like, oh, I want to know why these people are excited about it. And it looks cool, so. I haven't done any missions yet, by the way. I should probably do missions. I'm over here just walking around killing stuff. Let's do that. Let's do, investigate the Museum of Witchcraft. I totally watched this now while I cook dinner. And, so yeah, the new Forza looks cool. Will I play it? Most likely. I'll probably play it. I'm not going to say how I'm going to play it. Game sharing. But I'll give it a shot. Why not? It might be fun. It might be fun. What else did they show that caught my interest? They showed stuff about the indie games. And I know somebody, James, doesn't really care much for indie games. He's just like, if you want me to be interested in it, show me why I need to be interested in it. I respected that. But when they did the little like highlight demo sauce reel of what they were showing, one of the first games that they showed was one of the games that I'm super freaking excited for, and I have been still waiting for since last year to play it. I've been waiting since last year to play it, and they still have not given me a release date on it. And they said it's like it's coming out in 2016. It's coming out in 2016. So that's they've been saying that since last year. They said it's coming out in 2016. So I am hopeful for that. But I just want to play it. And if you don't know what it is by now, it's the game Cuphead. Like I have been infatuated and excited and so eager to play Cuphead ever since they announced it. And all I want to do is play it. I just want to play Cuphead. Because it takes so much of the stuff that I like. It takes like the platforming from like a Mario game. It takes like the shooting crazy action from like a Contra game, and then like the side-scrolling flying mechanics from like say like an R-Type game or like a Gradius game. It has all that. It's super stupid hard, and it looks like a 1930s cartoon. That's one of the main reasons why I want to play this game so bad, because it looks like that. It looks like that 1930s cartoon, and I'm so infatuated by that, like that design, that I'm just like, oh god, I want to play it so bad. And again, they don't have a set release date. They still don't have a set release date, and they said it on the show floor today during the E3 stuff. And they said that it's still scheduled to come out in 2016. And like, okay, cool. It's still scheduled to come out in 2016. We're in June. I do not want to wait till November to play Cuphead. I don't want to wait till the end of the year to play this game. So hopefully, I'll say at the latest I'm expecting this game to come out is, I'm going to say October. October is long enough. I feel like October would be long enough. So if it comes out in October, I'm happy with that. If it comes out any later than that, I'll be slightly salty, but I'll still play it because I really want to play Cuphead. What else? The other indie games they showed, of course, Ukulele. The Castlevania game, yeah, the one that's being made by the guy who made Castlevania. I think it's called like Bloodlines or something like that, or something. It has blood in the title, but I can't remember it. I am psyched about that game. I do want to play it because I do love Castlevania games. So that game looks really cool. What else did they show? Shantae. I honestly don't know much about Shantae, but I'll look into it. After that, what else did they show? They showed Recore. Like, I don't want to sound mean or anything like that. I really don't, because I respect Kenji Inafune. I really do. Bloodstain. I think it's called Bloodstain or something like that. But but yeah, I fully respect Kenji Inafune. I think he's an innovator. He's what helped shape the gaming industry. Fully respect him. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I completely forgot that Recore was a thing. Like, I completely forgot that it was a thing, and I'm just like, oh yeah! And it's exclusive to Xbox One, which makes me feel even worse, because it's like, I saw it at E3 last year, when they showed it. They didn't show gameplay of it or anything like that, and I'm just like, oh, okay, this looks neat. And I'm thinking, okay, alright, this could be cool. And after that, I completely forgot about the game. And then they showed it again with actual gameplay, and I'm like, oh. It looked very Jak and Daxter, kind of like Jak and Daxter / Cameo style. Like that's the kind of vibe I got from it, because you can like connect and change into different like robots and stuff, and it just, I don't know, like the world of it, like the platforming style of it reminded me of Jak and Daxter. But that's what I gathered from that. It's like, that's what it looked like. It's like, oh, this looks like Jak and Daxter and Cameo Elements of Power. Like if they got together and made like a test tube baby. It's pretty much what it is. The makers of Prime with Inafune, sign me up. I'm down. Let's go. I'm totes up for that. Let's go. What else did they show? But yeah, Recore looks cool. The trailer, I'm not gonna lie, there were parts of that trailer that reminded me of the old iPod commercials. Jet Force Gemini vibe. I don't know about that. That was the only thing about that commercial that was bothering me. Is like when they would show, hey, what's up, Jade? How's it going? The only thing that really bothered me about the trailer for Recore was during the little like segments and everything, it would do like the silhouette kind of thing, and it reminded me of the old iPod commercials. Keep your tricks to yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, to be fair, Jade, when you sent me the message on Twitter to ask me to play Overwatch with you, I'm like, sweet, let's go. I jumped in and I spectated for like the first 2 matches, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of lame. I want to play with my buddy Jade. I want to nuke some dudes and have a good time. And as soon as a spot opened up, it opened up on the other team, and it made me feel bad. I was like, dang, man, I can't hurt my fam like that. I can't do that. I can't be shooting my fam. We have a history. We're cool like that. But then I saw where you were, and I'm just like, sorry, girl, got to go in for the kill. This is what happens. I saw the shot, and I had to take it. So sorry that had to happen. Hopefully next time if we play Overwatch again, we can play on the same team and we can just destroy dudes. Because that's would be fun. But it was fun playing. What else? I'm trying to think what else did they show at Microsoft. Oh, Final Fantasy 15. Why do I feel like this, the Final Fantasy 15 they showed at Microsoft was better than the one they showed at Sony's? For one good obvious reason. Why I thought, yeah, the matchmaking on Overwatch is like Splatoon. Gotta kill your fam. I think the only reason why I was on a different team is because Jade's team didn't have any open spots, so it immediately put me on the opposing team. That's the only reason why. But yeah, one of the main things I liked about the Final Fantasy 15 demonstration on Xbox over PlayStation is because the Xbox One didn't have VR. It was just like, here's Final Fantasy 15 running on Xbox One for Xbox, and I saw that. I was excited. I was happy. Sony was dub wub wub. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling the wub wub. I was just like, why is there dubstep? I don't need dubstep in a Final Fantasy game. No, don't do that. The only music I want in there is the one from Nobuo Uematsu, or that sweet, awesome pop song from Final Fantasy X2 that Yuna sings at the beginning of the game. Give me that. Don't give me like womp 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 womp. I don't need that. Don't need that. What else? But yeah, Final Fantasy 15 still looks gorgeous. Still looks beautiful. I'll have to be honest. The guy who was demoing the game kind of sucked at it, but you know. It still looked good. I liked it. I love the fact that the bosses and enemies in this game are like huge, just like incredibly humongous. I love that. It's like I love that Shadow of the Colossus vibe where you have to fight a gigantic enemy. It's like I love that. I love seeing that. So good stuff. Let's see what else. They showed Tekken 7. They showed Tekken 7. And Microsoft, Xbox, that was the only place they showed Tekken 7. They didn't show it at Sony. They didn't show it anywhere else. They showed it on the show floor. They showed it at the presentation for Microsoft. They showed it there. And I'm so happy they did. It's because, god dang it, dude. Yeah, next time, Ben, we can party on Overwatch and we can be on the same team with Team C. Yes, that's what I want. That's what I want. Yeah, the controls. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's like even if he sucked at it, I didn't care. I was like, dude, it looks good, and I want to play it. It's like it looks so smexy. It looks so smexy. I want to play it. Yeah, but if you join a party with Jade, you'll be in the same team as always. Gotcha. I'll remember that for the next time. But yeah, Tekken 7 just, oh god, dude. God, Tekken 7 looks so freaking great. Tekken 7 just, and on top of the fact that freaking Akuma from Street Fighter is in it. I don't even like Akuma that much, but the fact that he's in Tekken 7 makes me want to play Tekken 7 so much freaking more. I'm just like, and he's basically the poster child for Tekken 7, and he's a Street Fighter character. And I'm just thinking that is too good. Like, that is too great. Crap, wrong button. Let's see, what else happened? I'm trying to think. Tekken 7, they showed that. I was super jacked and hyped for that. Love seeing Tekken 7. What else? What did they show after Tekken 7? Like, this is literally gonna drive me crazy now. It's like, what else did they show? Oh! Scalebound. Scalebound I need to talk about. I need to talk about Scalebound. Okay. Pretty much, let's say they took a game like Devil May Cry. They took a game like Devil May Cry. They took a game like Monster Hunter. They gave you the gigantic bosses of Bayonetta, swirled that all together using their Platinum Games magic that they do, and that's what you get with Scalebound. The only difference with that is, with this, it's cooperative. You can play with 4 friends. And it looks so cool. It looks so cool. I'll be honest, like the demo that they were showing, it was a little not as hype as I wanted it to be. The only reason why is because there was a little too much focus on the character using the bow and arrow, which is not the only weapon that you can use. You don't have to just use a bow and arrow. You can use a sword, you can use a heavy weapon, what have you, and then you have your like giant like dragon or whatever helping you fight the thing. He throws you onto it. You can transform into like I only looked at when you transformed, it looked like you activated Devil Trigger, like from Devil May Cry. That's what it looked like. Just like how he just activated Devil Trigger. That's what it looked like. Whoa, little easy, little too much zoom on the boobs right there. A little too much. Anyway, but yeah. And it looks cool. The scale of it looks really awesome. It's going to be on PC for those people who want to play it but don't want to play it on Xbox. It's going to be on PC, so you can see it at its best looking possible way. So I'm just excited for Scalebound, man. It looks amazing. Scalebound is just like Train Your Dragon with DMC. Yeah, pretty much. But it looks cool. Because I knew that they were working on something like multiplayer wise, because they wanted to do a multiplayer game. I know that they did. And like honestly the last multiplayer game that I remember Platinum Games working on was Anarchy Reigns. And to be fair, Anarchy Reigns, although an interesting game and a fun, like, you know, it was basically a very character-driven, like, you know, arena fighter. Like think like Power Stone, but with Platinum characters in it, because it had the dude from Mad World, it had the guy from Vanquished, it had Bayonetta in it. It's like, it was a cool looking game. But I feel like with Scalebounds, they want to give you that freedom to slay big demons and stuff, but to do it with your friends. So, and I think doing it this way is good, and not give us like, oh, here's Bayonetta 3 with multiplayer. Like that, I'm happy about. And that's one thing too that they, yeah, they did. A lot of people said that the Star Fox segment in Bayonetta 2 was better than Star Fox Zero, which I won't agree. I am one of the few people that I can honestly say, what the heck? I can honestly say I actually enjoyed Star Fox Zero. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. But what else did they show? They showed some Battlefield 1 stuff. And I'll be real with you, I really don't care about Battlefield 1. Like, the only reason why I don't care is because I have Overwatch and Doom, and they just announced the new Quake, so I really don't care about any other shooters right now. Like, I could really give a crap about Battlefield 1. Like, it's just like, okay, cool. 64 players online, sweet. I don't care. I don't care. What else did they show? That segment was kind of cool. Yeah, I agree. I really agree. Let me think. What else? What else did they show? Because, like, I'm literally trying to remember everything they showed at the Microsoft press conference. Jesus, what else did they show? The frick? God, I can't remember what else they showed. Oh, they showed Halo Wars 2. I mean, you like Halo Wars? There you go. There's something to look forward to if you're into that. I mean, I certainly am not, because I don't really care much for Halo Wars. Ooh, holy crap. That's interesting. Jim, me and Benny, crewmates for life. Crewmates for life. Darn right we are. Let me see. What else? What else? What else did they show at Microsoft? Jesus, I hate it when I can't think. Like, what else did they show? Oh, yeah. They showed Sea of Thieves. And quite possibly one of the worst demonstrations of it. Like, I gotta be honest with you. Sea of Thieves, man. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, it looks cool. I'm excited to play it. I'm ready to see a game from Rare that isn't a Connect game and it's not a compilation of like all their old stuff. I want to see what they can actually do with a new IP, with a new game and everything like that. Sea of Thieves looks cool. I could have done without the Let's Players in it, saying but like, oh, we're so screwed. Whoa, this is a video game. Ah! Like that crap annoyed me. I was just like, I don't know who in the marketing department at any of these press conferences, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, I don't know who works there and thinking, oh yeah, people totally act like this when they play games. They don't. Even people who stream on Twitch, do Let's Plays on YouTube, and everything like that, none of them act like that. Zero people act like that. And it's just that kind of stuff, when it feels so forced, it almost takes me out of the experience to the point where I'm just like, dude, I don't care. Just go on to the next stuff. But I'm not going to deny the fact that Sea of Thieves kept my attention through a lot of that press conference. Like, during it, like, going into battles and stuff like that, going on, like, beaches and stuff, going into the bottom of your ship to, like, repair it when you guys are in, like, the middle of, like, a firefight with other people on ships and everything like that. I thought that was really freaking cool. Like, seeing that and people trying to, like, oh, we have to repair the ship, and then you saw the people that were swimming out of their sinking ship and everything like that. I'm like, this looks really freaking cool. Like, I really want to play this now. Like, I pretty much did the same thing. Once I muted out the annoying people, just like, video games, Once I got rid of that, I'm like, okay. Everything else about this game looks cool. The annoying douches in it, I could have done without. But yeah, so far Sea of Thieves, I'm okay with it. It looks good. I want to play it. I do want to play it. I'm excited for it. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. Now I think that's about it on Microsoft. But the one thing they showed, which I was not expecting, and I don't think a lot of people were expecting, was the announcement of Project Scorpio. And from what it looks like, at least the way that they were saying it, is this is our new or next console. Project Scorpio is the new Xbox coming out. And I'm thinking, what? Why? Why are you releasing another Xbox? Because let's be real here. The Xbox One has not been out that long. It has not been out that long. It's only been out for like, it came out what, in 2013? There's literally zero reason for them to release another console right now. Especially with the fact that they're releasing a recently announced slimmer model of the current console. It's like, why? What's the point? Why should I even buy this slimmed down version of your console if you're literally going to release a new console holiday of next year? And the way they were making it seem, they're saying like this is going to be the most powerful console ever built. It's going to have like teraflops and stuff in it. It's going to be super powerful. It's going to be the console of all consoles. And I'm thinking, cool, awesome, but do you have to really release it next year? Give the Xbox One some time, man. Like a console, I firmly believe a console's generation, each console generation should be at least 6 to 8 years. That's how long the Xbox 360 was. The Xbox 360 life cycle was 8 years. The PlayStation 2's life cycle was like friggin' 12, and the PlayStation 3, same deal. They each had a very long life cycle. Like this one, like it hasn't even been out for 4 years. Yeah, like great, and it says it's gonna give you the best frame rates, the best picture quality, the best pixels, and everything. I'm like, okay, cool. So what was the point of releasing the Xbox One if you're gonna release this not even 3 years after that was? Like, I feel like that's a complete and unnecessary waste. It's like that does not need to be a thing. It does not need to be a thing. It's like the Xbox Slim I thought was cool, and I'm like, alright, nice. Alright, if you're considering an upgrade, there you go. You have an option. Go for that. If you're wanting the more powerful option, then go with, you know, this Project Scorpio. But the thing that's confusing me about Project Scorpio is why release it so early? I think that's the thing about this that baffles me the most. Why are you releasing it so early? And I mean, I guess in a sense they technically didn't even show anything. They just said that it's coming next year. So I guess, I mean, it'll give them time to plan it and everything like that. I mean, unless they've been working on this thing pretty much the exact same length of time that the Xbox One has been out. So I guess maybe that may be a reason why they decided to do that. But I feel like it was completely not necessary to even remotely talk about it. It was not necessarily to even mention it. I feel like the only reason why they mentioned Project Scorpio is because they heard the rumors about Sony unveiling their next console. They heard like rumors like, oh, if Sony's gonna do that, then we're gonna beat them to the punch and we're gonna show ours first. And I feel like that necessarily was not the best move. Like, I feel like they could have saved that for something. They could have saved that later or not even shown it at all, personally. I feel like that was not necessary. But I guess until I know more about it, because they really didn't show you or say anything about it. All they said is that it's going to be powerful, it's going to have this, it's going to have that, and it's coming next year. But the thing that made me feel a little bit better about it afterwards was their tagline with everything is that nobody gets left behind. And pretty much what the extent of that means is that It doesn't matter which version of the Xbox One that you have, whether it be the first model Xbox One, the Xbox One S, or the Xbox Scorpio. It does not matter which one you have. You will be able to play the games that come out on each piece of hardware. It does not matter. That I like. I like that. But, and I'm taking this from Jim and Jade's video that they released the other day, that it actually made a lot of sense. What they said is like, they're saying that is like, yeah, you can play everything that's going to be released on it. Cool. But they could do a thing like Nintendo did with the new 3DS and be like, okay, yeah, you can play all your 3DS games on here, no problem. But there will also be so-and-so exclusive, like Project Scorpio titles just for Project Scorpio. Not you can't play those on Xbox One. That actually, that's what intrigued me. And I'm just like, they could do that. And if they do that, that would really, really suck, and that would really go back on this whole no one gets left behind mentality that they're speaking of. So hopefully that does not mean that they'll do that, but that is definitely a possibility that I feel one will need to be discussed at some point if they ever interview anybody at Microsoft or Xbox. Bringing that up is like, would that even be an issue? So if it's not an issue, good. But if it is an issue, that could cause a big problem for them. So, there you go. There's that. But yeah, that was Microsoft's press conference. If I had to grade it, I would give Microsoft...
Can't open it from this end.
I'd probably give them a... I think, what did I give them? I gave them a 5 out of 10. Yeah, yeah, that's about a 5. It wasn't great. It wasn't perfect. It was just... It was alright. They showed stuff that I was pretty interested in, and I'm like, alright, cool. But it'd be a bummer if they did that. Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if that would be the smart move. But what else? What else?
Jeffries, Lee got the recorder working.
I pretty much think that was all they said about
the
Microsoft.
sort of detail you had in mind when you signed up for the Gunners? Hauling
According to
luggage
some
from
devs,
Woodwood
it's a
to some
possibility
robot
and
butler?
it's not against the rules.
What was his name? Wellington?
I'm sure everyone
Wallingham?
else would too, but if they preached about the backwards compatibility for so long, hopefully they'd stick to it.
Oh, sorry, sir.
What about...
Lieutenant
I was
Saeed
just about to get to that.
Wanted to
I
try
was
this
just
out.
about to get to that,
Track
Jade.
Martin.
Track? What track?
Um,
What the hell is that?
yo, okay,
my.
so
Connor,
the one game that they
where's the
showed,
rest of him?
the one game that they showed in like the indie one that they like highlighted the most, was We Happy Few. This is an indie developed game,
Major, what found us?
and I'll say this right now. When they showed it, it piqued my interest because of two things. One, I really liked the look of it. Like, the look of it gave me a very, like, Bioshock Infinite vibe. And if you guys know me, you guys know I love, like, out of all the Bioshocks, Bioshock Infinite was probably my favorite, just because of, like, the atmosphere and the look of it. I got that kind of vibe from it. Like, the whole thing with the story, how everybody wears, like, these painted masks on their face, and they have to continuously take this drug called Joy, because if they're not happy, or if they're not taking their joy, then they start to go back to the real reality of what it is, and how like screwed everything looks and everything like that. And you're basically punished if you don't take your joy. Like, you will be punished. They basically stick it into your neck to the point where you're happy again. And I'm like, okay, because they showed that one guy that, like, in the trailer, they showed the one guy that didn't want to take his joy, he didn't want to see it anymore, and everything like that, and they grabbed him, and then they injected him in the neck, and then you saw him, like, kind of just like, and he just started getting happy again. I'm like, when I saw that, it freaked me out. I'm just like, don't do that. And I'm like, that stuff was trippy. That was really freaking trippy. And then, it like, because it gave you the option too. It's like oh, you're just not gonna take the joy because that's the part of the storyline. It gave you the option. You didn't have to take it if you didn't want to, or if you could if you wanted to. And then he takes the joy, and they take him to the. It's like, holy crap, that's a Deathclaw. They talk about like, oh, they're going to this party and there's a piñata and everybody's happy and the kids are having fun and everybody's smiling and everything's cool. And they give you the club. They give you the club, and they're just like, go ahead, hit the piñata, it'll be fun, yay, everybody's happy.
A nest full of Deathclaw eggs.
And
A dozen, maybe more.
you hit the
Smash
piñata,
to bits.
then you hit it again,
Except this one.
and then you hit it again,
No wonder
and then you
they
hit it
would
one more time,
tell
and
us
then
what
it's
was
just
in
like it
that
bursts
case.
with confetti, and everybody's
If I
happy,
know,
and then the kids are eating
I
candy,
would've
and then
personally
your joy starts to
told
wear
the
off,
gunner
and then you
boss
see that it
that
wasn't
glorified
a
liquor
piñata,
cabinet
it was a
dwelling
dead
in
rat
taking
that
diamonds
you
and
literally
caps
just beat
and stuff 'em. Guess
to
we
a
know
bloody
why.
pulp. And then,
Deathclaw
like, the candy that the
tracked us
kids are
all the way
eating,
from
it's the
the woods
innards
now.
and the blood of this dead rat. You have it all over
He
you.
stole
And
the
then
damn
and then you start freaking out, and then it just
Christ.
goes from there, and then it just, boom, we happy few. And I'm
Maybe
just
if
like,
we just
what
return
the
the eggs.
fuck? Get out of here.
Oh, hey, Mama. You looking for this?
So, I will say this right now. Am I excited for We Happy Few? Yeah, I am. Do I want to play We Happy Few? Yes, I really do. Do I think that it's going to... That's the thing. I don't know if this game is going to be scary. I don't know if this game is supposed to be a horror game or a psychological thriller, but I feel like this game is going to mess with me. Much like, kind of like Outlast did, but I feel like this game is going to do that. And I'm all for that. I'm just like, I'm so down to do that. Like, I really want to play the game like that. So, I am genuinely excited for We Happy Few. I think it's going to be really, really freaking fun, and I can't wait to play it. So, yes. Definitely a game that stood out of everything else at the press conference for Microsoft. We Happy Few. It really looks like... And it's all in first person, too. There's no third person view or anything like that. It's all in first person. So, good call on that. Good call. So, I like that. I'm excited to play it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, there you go. Alright. So, now that I got that out of the way, that was Microsoft. That was Xbox. Outlast 2. I am very excited for Outlast 2. Because I really enjoyed the first one. The DLC was really creepy. There was giant dudes with, like, honking wieners that tried to kill you. It looked like a lot of fun, and this one looks equally as fun. I'll be honest, the first Outlast, once you got past the first couple jump scares, the game wasn't like super scary. It was more just like, it was tense because it's like you're on the run, you gotta make sure that you stay safe. That's really what the first Outlast was. I really hope this one is actually more just like, it's so tense that it's terrifying. But we'll see. It definitely looks cool. I'm excited to play it. Because I like scary games, but I don't like scary games that go for cheap jump scares. Five Nights at Freddy's. Sister Locator. Sorry. Excuse me. But I am excited for Outlast 2. I think it's going to be fun. Let's see. I guess next will be... the next thing I'll talk about is... I guess it's kind of like an indie company. I don't really know them very well, but they go by the name of Sony. I think that's what they're called. And they have like this console called the PlayStation 4. Yeah, like that's what the Whistleblower was, so good and kept you scared. Yeah, I'll agree. The Whistleblower DLC for Outlast was really fun. It was short, but it was really fun. I'm super pissed that the Tomb Raider 20th had a poster outside of E3 venue but didn't get mentioned. Because I think the main reason they didn't mention anything about Tomb Raider 20th anniversary is because they didn't have anything. Like, I honestly feel, because I believe that Square Enix is going to have an event soon, that I feel like that's when they'll talk about Tomb Raider. Because most likely, I feel like they're going to talk about the PS4 port for Tomb Raider. They're going to talk about. They're going to talk about maybe another game in the Tomb Raider series, or maybe a remastered or remake of the original Tomb Raider. Like, not like the original 2013 Tomb Raider, like an original remake of the original Tomb Raider, which would be cool. But for those wanting to talk about Tomb Raider, James especially, I understand that they didn't talk about that, and that was kind of a bummer, but maybe they will. I mean, they certainly talked about the new Deus Ex game, and I mean, I'll be honest, I played Deus Ex Human Revolution, didn't really care for it. Squares was today, they didn't say anything? That's a bummer, dude. But yeah. But with that, so Sony. Let's talk Sony. Because everybody's all, I was expecting the Tomb Raider, for PS4, the Rise of the Tomb Raider for PS4 are also, but also maybe a Tomb Raider 2 remake. I'll be honest, the Tomb Raider 2 remake seems a little bit farther off than a Tomb Raider 1 remake, but maybe, we'll see. But yeah, Sony. First thing that they started off with, orchestra playing, very cool. I'm a sucker for orchestrated stuff. It's like, anytime you have orchestra playing, I get excited. I'm like, ooh, because I love orchestrated music. And they showed like this like vast field and everything like that, and it shows to a son, a little kid, stringing and like talking, like playing with toys and everything like that, playing with two dolls, and then you hear like this grown voice. A Tomb Raider 1 remake happened already. Yeah, I know it happened already. It was Tomb Raider Anniversary. But you know them. Like, they'll remake a game that's not even 10 years old. So, there you go. But yeah, so little kid playing with toys. Dad shows up. Who's his dad? None other than Kratos. Kratos from God of War. He got all dadified. He's all bearded up and everything. He's a responsible parent. It's kind of like, I'm going to teach you how to hunt, son, and everything like that. And I'm like, cool, all right. And it's just like, it looked different. Like, I like the fact that the new God of War looked different. It looked different. Like, different on the side of the fact that, like, it didn't look like the other ones. Like, it still had that visual style that most God of War games have. But just, like, the gameplay aspects of it looked different, which I thought was really, really freaking cool. Because I'm not going to say, like the God of War games have grown stale, but I just feel after how bad God of War Ascension was, I feel like they wanted to take the game in a different route. And by doing it that way, where they wanted to just change it up a little bit to the point where it's just like, you can tell this is God of War, but the way it's going to be played is completely new. And you saw that like immediately, because he's not using his Blades of Chaos, like the chain swords that he normally uses. He's using like this axe that like has the ability to change its elements depending on what enemy you're fighting. Because like he was fighting Square's press conference just happened. No worries. But I'm gonna keep talking. You guys can handle your biz. So they did that, and they showed how basically you know, elemental stuff, fighting like this troll thing, which was weird because this troll thing kind of looked like Kratos, which was a little weird. It's like, I know Kratos bangs a lot of weird stuff, but does he have like an illegitimate like troll baby that we don't know about or something like that? But it looked really good, and just I just like the fact that it looks like this game is going to be played differently. It's like, is it going to be just Kratos, or are you going to be playing as Kratos and his son, or something like that? Because the one thing I noticed that I'm pretty sure a lot of other people noticed as well is when Kratos' son was firing the bow at the deer that they were trying to hunt, when he launched the shot, it said archery went up, like, I think it was like 11 points or whatever. So does that mean you're going to be leveling up your, like, his son in the process? Or does that mean that you're going to have him as a companion through the entire game or something like that? I don't really know, but it seems like they're focusing a lot on, you know, it being about Kratos and his son. I don't really know yet, but the trailer looked really good. Like, visually it looked really good. I was excited for it. I'm just like, okay, this new God of War looks cool. And it was weird because this God of War didn't have a subtitle to it. There was no subtitle to this God of War. It was just simply titled God of War. And the difference between this one is that you're not, because they went out and said it's like you're not going to be facing Greek gods in this one. It's not going to be about the Greek gods. It's going to be about the Nordic gods. So does that mean you're going to be fighting people like Thor, which is the Nordic god of thunder? Are you going to be fighting gods like Loki? Maybe. I think that would be cool. Personally, I would love to do that. I would love to see Kratos fight Thor. I think that would be amazing. So we'll see. I mean, the gods are usually pretty big douches to Kratos, so seeing him go buck wild on him would be pretty sweet. So, and I like the fact that they're doing something different. It's not like Greek gods, it's Nordic gods. So there you go. Really cool. Next thing they showed. Well, I'm not gonna go down the list of everything they showed. I'm just gonna go down the list of the stuff that they showed that caught my interest. They showed The Last Guardian, and a Loki fight would be awesome. Yeah, you would think the Nordic god of mischief would be really freaking cool. Like, just think about that. He would, like, since he's the Nordic god of mischief, he would find ways to like manipulate the area where you're playing. But it's like, think of it kind of like in Metal Gear Solid, like the fight with Psycho Mantis. Think of it like that. Think of a boss fight kind of like that, but in God of War. It's like something like that where he's like messing with your head, or you have to play the boss fight a certain way in order to defeat him. I think that would be really cool. I just think I would be so down for that. Because I mean, there's so many other opportunities and so many other Nordic gods you can use that would make this like again, it's really, really interesting. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with it. It's definitely just like the look of it. Maybe just like, dude, I need to get a PlayStation 4. Like, I need to get a PS4 bad. I need to get it badly. So seeing that, yeah, it's like it pretty much said, it's like, dude, if you don't own a PS4 by now, you should. Because good stuff is coming. So it looks really, really cool. What else? What else did they show? But yeah, like I said, they showed The Last Guardian, which I was excited about. I'm just like, okay, cool. Are you guys gonna, you know, just show some gameplay of it, or are you guys just gonna show a trailer? You must plug in your controller into the second controller port. Exactly, something like that would be amazing. Especially for a fight with the Nordic god of mischief. I would be so down for that. And then everyone rage quit. That would be cool. Like, one thing I would love for a game to do like that is like, oh, you can beat me if you do this, and like what you would have to do is like literally launch another game and play that, and somehow the two games are connected. So you do something in that game, and then you go back to the game that you were previously playing, and then you see that the boss is taken damage or is dead now because of what you did in the other game. I think that something like that would be just awesome. I'm giving you free ideas here, Sony. I don't expect a check. I just expect my name in the credits. But yeah, The Last Guardian. What can I say about The Last Guardian? It looks incredible. It looks gorgeous. I just want to play it, and I'm tired of waiting. I just want to play it. And then I guess they heard my prayers because they finally took it upon themselves and was like, okay, fine. We're tired of yanking your guys' chain. Here's the release date. October 25th, 2016. Again, and that's what shocked that I paused the stream of the press conference when I saw that release date, because I did not believe it. I did not believe it when I read that. I was like, "There's no what? Are you playing with me right now?" I'm like, "No." The Last Guardian is coming out. The Last Guardian is literally coming out October 25th, 2016. It is coming out this year. And I will say this right now. I will say this right now with complete honesty. If we get close to October 25th, when it's supposed to be released, and it gets delayed again, if it gets delayed again, it's like, oh, it's not going to come out till like November or like December or January. If they push it again, if October 25th is not the date that The Last Guardian comes out, I've officially given up on the game. I will not play it. I will not buy it. I will not talk about it. Nothing. If it does not come out on that date. If it gets pushed, done. Done. I'm tired of waiting for this game. This game got announced back when the PS3 was new. It was like, here's a PS3 from Team Eco. The guys who brought you Shadow of the Colossus and Eco. Last Guardian. Everybody was so jazzed for it and thinking it was going to be a PS3 game. And nothing. And now we're at the PS4. Apparently we're going to get a new PS4 sometime soon. So, just saying, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, Sony. You said October 25th, 2016, and if it's not out there, if it gets delayed again, I'm just not going to play it. Just not going to play it. There's quite literally no more reason. It's like I don't want to get Duke Nukem Forever again. I don't want that to happen. It's like I waited so long for the game to come out, and then it came out and it sucked. I'm pretty sure that The Last Guardian's not going to suck, but I don't want to wait anymore. I just want to play it. I just want to play it. That's it. What else did Sony show? They showed some game. They showed some game called Detroit something. I don't remember what the full title of it, but I know that the name started with Detroit, and it takes place in Detroit. And it's basically you play like a cyborg sentient robot and everything like that, where you have to make decisions and everything like. It's from Quantic Dream. It's from the guys who did Heavy Rain. It's from the guys who did Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. So if you're a fan of those games, if you're a fan of Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, then the game's right up your alley because it's from those guys. It's from those guys that did those. So, I mean, it looks pretty, but I don't really know if I'm ready to dive into another game like that because I didn't play Beyond Two Souls, but I did play Heavy Rain and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I don't know if I'm ready to do that again. Don't know, but we'll see. It looked cool. It looked pretty. I did like the fact that it was decision making, and apparently you're like a robot who solves crimes and stuff. I don't know what it is with robots in Detroit. They have RoboCop, and now they have this guy. So. Yeah, but I'm optimistic for it. I think it could be cool. I think it could be cool. So, here's hoping that it's good. I really hope that it's good because I really want it to be good. Let me go to Diamond City, man. I'm gonna romance Piper so she'll be my girl, so I can make that funny noise that it plays when I sleep with my companion. Beyond Two Souls was okay, but it was overhyped. Yeah, that's what I heard, but like I said, we'll see. What else did they show? They showed some more of Horizon Zero Dawn. I thought it looked cool. I mean, it looked like if you took the girl from Brave, you put her in more like furry clothing, and you had her use her arrows against robots. And I'm totally okay with that because Horizon Zero Dawn looks really cool. It really does. I think it's gonna be a really cool game. I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be awesome. And the fact that it's a female protagonist is a nice plus for me. I like it when you get to play as a female, so that's really cool.
Ever been up in the stands? Let's just say they can afford a lot of clothes.
But other than, I mean, I can't really say much about Horizon. I mean, it looks good, and I look forward to playing it. So there's that. What else did they show at Sony? Oh, a good chunk of the press conference was devoted to everybody's favorite thing, VR.
Around here, we call your haircut the scab special. Little flecks of blood, give it the personal touch.
And
you should think about getting a trim.
That'd be great.
Just sit
So
down.
they showed VR
relax,
stuff, and
let the
I gotta be
magic
honest,
happen.
I was really tempted. I was really, really tempted. I was really tempted to just like pause the stream and just be like, dude, I don't want to watch this. If they're gonna talk about VR, I don't care. I really don't care. So I was tempted. I was just gonna be like, you know what? I don't care about VR. Whatever. Whatever. Done. But I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna give this a benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give this a benefit of the doubt and see what exactly they're gonna show me with VR. Like, is it gonna give me a reason, or is it gonna give me the, you know, just is it gonna entice me enough to be like, I might actually be considering buying VR, of PlayStation VR, if these games look good. And first thing they showed, or at least the first thing that I remember them showing that I'm just like, oh, was it looked like a horror game. It looked like a spooky horror game, and I'm like, okay, interesting. I like it. Interesting. And it legitimately looked creepy. It looked scary. It looked freaking like, it's just like, it looked like something that would. I got a very crazy PT vibe when I saw this, and I'm like, and the thing that I immediately remembered, it looked a lot like the Capcom demo called Kitchen. Exactly. Exactly, Emma. Like, the fact that I could buy a new console right now for the price of a VR headset, I will get to that in just a second. But like, yeah, like the game, like, yeah, like the Capcom like you know, teaser that they showed called Kitchen, it reminded me a lot of that. And if you guys did not look up Capcom's like Kitchen thing, you should, because and when I found out it was from Capcom, I was just like, wait, what? This is like, this legitimately creepy thing that they're showing right now is from Capcom? Get out of here. That's not true. And I'm just like, yeah, it's from Capcom. So I played close attention to that, and I was just like, all right. And then they played through the demo some more, and then right at the end, it showed VII, and I'm like, I honestly, at first I thought the game was called a V. I'm like, what kind of name is that? And then that's when it filled up and it said Resident Evil 7. And I'm like, oh my god. I got so overly excited when I saw that. I'm like, oh my god, they're finally doing it. They're finally going back to scary Resident Evil games. They're turning it back into survival horror. And I just like, I got shaky, and I'm like, and then then I took a quick second, and I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm excited for this, but does that mean that Resident Evil 7 is only a VR game? And it's not true. It's not only a VR game, because it's coming out on PC. It's also coming out on Xbox One. But I believe that there's this like VR experience for it if you buy a VR headset. And then I'm thinking, all right, that's cool, but I'm still hesitant. I don't know if it's a VR experience. And then at the end of the trailer, if you paid close attention, at the end of the trailer, they said demo playable now for PlayStation Plus members. So if you have a PlayStation 4 right now and you have PlayStation Plus, you can play the Resident Evil 7 demo right now. You can play it literally right now. Honestly, I'd be playing it right now if I had a PlayStation 4. I probably would have been streaming that instead of Fallout 4. So, definitely worth a look. Absolutely. If you just legit want to see what they're trying to do now with Resident Evil, definitely look into it. You can literally play the demo right now on PlayStation Plus. If you have a PS4, you have PlayStation Plus, go try the demo. Try the demo. Tweet at me at Benchez. Let me know how it is, because I want to play it. I don't have a PS4 though, so if you play it, tweet at me. Let me know what you thought of it, because it looks really freaking good. It looks really freaking good, and I really, really want to play it. They'd lose so much money if it was just a VR game, so I don't think that the VR exclusive would ever be an issue. I agree. Okay, so with that being said, they showed a couple other VR games when I'm like, alright, cool, whatever. But then they showed the price for the VR headset. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's me being too optimistic, or maybe me being too hopeful, but they said, I was thinking that maybe this headset would be no more than $200. I was being optimistic about it. I was thinking maybe Sony is like, you know, they have the best selling console on the market. They're making tons of money. They don't need to sell something that's too crazy, overly expensive, right? So this headset should be no more than $200. And I don't know about you guys, but I believe that $200 for a VR headset is reasonable. That's reasonable. Apparently not by Sony standards, because they showed a market price for the PlayStation VR headset, $400. $400 American. Now, what that means for my folks overseas, $400 is probably about $900 overseas. So, yeah, no. And that's what immediately, when I saw the price of that headset, exactly. You could, like Emma, I could not have worded it better. You can literally purchase a brand new console right now for that price. You could buy a Wii U, an Xbox One, or a PlayStation 4 for the price of the Sony VR headset. And I mean, the technology is cool. I love what they're trying to do with it. But, dude, $400.
Yeah, maybe we shave off all your hair.
$400 for that is not, no. Like, literally after they said that, I lost a lot of my interest in that in the VR games that they showed. Because I'm not gonna lie, some of them look really fun and look really cool. But the fact that the actual peripheral that you need to play them is $400, I'm just like, no. You can
What? You got a staring problem?
you can literally go take that and go somewhere, because I am not. There is no way that I am gonna spend that money. You're in Canada, so it's like $600. Exactly my point. It's like, dude, I love gaming as much as the next person. Don't get me wrong, I love it. And I want the newest stuff that can help me enhance my gaming experiences a lot more. I get that. I totally want to do that. But if I have to pay the price that I pay for like my rent or my car payment or my bills just for that, it's not worth it. Like,
Yeah, holding up.
but it's
Look,
just
I'm
like, I
gonna
don't know.
say it. You're a vault dweller. A
So we'll
jumpsuit
see.
with dead
I
giveaway.
mean,
So here's the deal.
here's
I want an
hoping
interview.
that they
Your life story
learn the
from
error of their ways and is like, okay,
Friend down the city
$400
had
is a
a
little
outside
steep, so we'll
perspective
kick
on
it down to like
Commonwealth.
$200.
You do that, and I'll tell you what.
Because I really don't think someone
I'll
wants to
come
pay
with you.
$400 just to
Watch
play
your back
a
while
game.
You get used to the world above ground.
But they're investing a lot of time and stuff in it because apparently they said it's going to have 50 games on it for at launch. So, we'll see.
All right, Piper. I'm in.
Good.
But with that, what else did they show
Let's
after
get
the
down to
VR
business.
stuff?
So, I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
It was just me and 1,000 guinea pigs. They turned.
There was one that they showed
carnivorous.
at the beginning of the
Okay.
conference as well.
I guess
It was like a
we'll have to
it was like a
go
zombie
with
game.
the satirical approach.
It was a zombie game. What was it called? I think it was
So,
called like
you've seen the Commonwealth,
something
Diamond City. How
Gone
does it
Home
compare
or
to
something
your
like
old
that. I think that's what it was called, Gone Home. But it looked like your typical zombie game. I got a very Last of Us vibe from it, and with more crazy, just like honestly to me that game just looked like look how many zombie NPCs we can put in one area
What? No comment?
at one time. That's what it looked like.
Can you even compare the two?
And
The world out here?
it just
Not
it
even
looked
close to
looked
that.
like visually the
Feeling a
game
little
looked really
homesick,
pretty,
are we?
but just like the concept
blame
of it,
ya.
it's like guy
Now
fights off a
the,
bunch of
big
zombies.
question. Why come to Diamond
Eh.
City?
I don't know.
You're looking for someone, aren't you?
Like there's already a game
Who
coming
is
out that has a lot of that has more like less serious vibe to it. I didn't mention it. It's Dead Rising 4, and personally I have a lot more. Yeah, exactly. Emma, you said it. You said it exactly what I was thinking. I thought it was The
You're
Last of Us 2.
standing there with your jaw hanging out. Say something.
I lost family, okay? I'm trying to get one of them back.
After seeing the
What's their
gameplay, I'm not
name,
too
boy?
impressed. I mean, it looked
Who
like
are
it
they?
looked like a typical mediocre, like third-person zombie game.
My
And,
baby Sean was kidnapped.
And I was just like, I
It's
saw
not
that,
even
and I'm
a
like,
The parent
it doesn't.
after the missing child.
It does. Honestly, all it looked like is just like, look how many
Heartbreaking today as it ever
like
was.
NPCs we can put on the screen.
Tell me.
That's what I got from that.
Who's
And by the looks of it,
suspicious
you
of
could
what's
put a
involved?
lot on there, and it showed. You could put a lot.
The Institute.
But like I said,
Who are they?
there's already a game
That
coming out there that's going to be,
is the
by the
biggest
at
mystery
least
in the
from
Commonwealth.
my opinion, it looks like it's going to be
Nobody
more
knows who
fun
or
and
where
more
they are,
pleasant to
but the
play,
Commonwealth
and it's
is
Dead
full
Rising
of
4. So
Synths. Synthetic people.
I don't know.
Sent from their
Definitely,
hidden labs
it's
to do
definitely
the
something to look
Institute's
into,
dirty
but I
work.
don't really think if it's going to
Sometimes
be
they
a
even
game that is
replace a
like, dude, I
person
need a
with a
PlayStation
synth
4 to
devil.
play this.
A little
I mean, I'm pretty
covert
sure
agent
for
no
people
one
who
would
are
ever
really
suspect.
into zombie
No,
games, that'll
not
be them.
Everything that goes wrong has the Institute behind
But
it,
personally, for
there's
me,
always a
I don't really
chance.
feel that.
That's why I'm asking.
I'm kind of over the whole zombie genre, like entirely, because I'm really over zombie games. It's like it's become so oversaturated, and I'm just like, I don't really care. I really.
A man took Sean.
And
Not some
with
shadowy
with
group.
that, I'm
And
just
I hope
like,
that's true. Because if
would
you are
I
involved,
like if I
everything
had
gets
to
worse.
pick zombie
the
games that I
last part of
want to
our
play,
interview, I'd
I
like
would
to
love to
do
play
something
another Left 4 Dead.
I want you to make a statement to
I would
Diamond City
like again.
Journal.
I would love to play another Dead
threat of
Rising. And
kidnapping
thankfully,
is all
there's
but
another one
ignored
coming
in the
out
Commonwealth.
where you get to play as Frank
Everyone wants
West
to
because they're
pretend
just
to
like
threaten
Capcom's
her.
realizing,
What
hey,
would
we
you
want
say
to play
someone out there who's
put
lost
characters
a
in the
loved
games that
one
people
but
want
might
to
be too
see.
scared or too
People have
numb
been
to the
asking
world
for
to
Frank
look for it?
West in a Dead Rising game since Dead Rising 2. Sure, they did Dead Rising off the record, and then they did Dead Rising Super Ultra Dead Rising 3 Alpha Remix EX plus Alpha, like the added arcade DLC that they released for Dead Rising 3. But people want like a full-fledged, like
What? No comment?
like a full-fledged Dead Rising game with Frank West in it, and I'm like, with that, okay, cool, I'm happy about that. So they slightly improved the eye motion in 3D in video games not so long ago. The characters look like they were blind. Yeah, I mean, there's slow improvements in everything that they're doing.
No matter how much you want to give up,
But
don't.
like I said,
You have to
overall,
have hope that
overall
that
everything.
you'll see them again. Or
I'm trying to think. Oh, the
At
one
least
thing
that
I
you know
almost
the truth.
completely
A strong note to end on,
forgot
Believe.
about, but the one thing I was actually super
everything.
happy to see.
It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna
A
be
little
better than some
little
great to talk about.
game developer
Look, about yourself.
that a lot of people were really
I didn't
excited
know
to
if you
see,
were on the
myself
up and up
included.
before. Didn't
I'm
know
not
how
gonna lie,
to
I
spend
was
his time,
really
but
happy
I think
when
you're
Hideo
happy.
Kojima came out.
His name's Nick Valentine.
Hideo Kojima
detective
came out
extraordinaire.
and pretty much dropped the
An
mic and
office
said,
in
"Look, I'm
Dynasty.
back, and I'm
Just
about to take the
to the neon
hugest
sign
crap on
at the heart of
Konami."
it.
And I'm like, okay, how's he gonna do this? And he didn't beat around the bush. He's just like, here's my new game, check it out. And and it had like a beach look and everything like that.
Thanks,
And
Piper.
honestly, it reminded
I'll talk
me
to
at
him.
the end of
You'll like
Kingdom
him.
Hearts Birth by
He's
Sleep
got
when
a
Aqua
soft
goes
spot for the
to
hard luck cases.
like where she
Anyway,
enters the darkness and everything like
agreed to come
that,
with
and
you,
she's
right?
at that like beach
Watch
setting.
your back.
That's what it kind of reminded me
Just
of.
say the word when you're ready.
And
I can't wait to see where this story goes.
it shows a man laying there, waking up, and he looks over. There are handprints all around him, and he looks up, and there's a baby on the ground with something in its stomach, and it's just kind of crying. And then they show the main guy, and it's Norman Reedus. And for those who don't know who Norman Reedus is, he's the guy who plays Daryl Dixon in The Walking Dead. He was in The Boondock Saints. He's pretty famous. And for those of you who even don't know, he was originally working with Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro with PT, the Silent Hills game. Exactly, the picture of Hideo Kojima drinking out of the mug that says Konami's Tears. And I can tell you, like, I feel like maybe Konami doesn't care. It's like, whatever, we're doing our thing now, so it doesn't bother us that Kojima's doing this. But I feel like it's gonna hurt them slightly, a little bit. It's gonna hurt them a little bit. Norman Reedus holding his Norman fetus. But with that, when they showed that, and then they showed him picking up the baby, holding him, like tearing up and crying, and then he looks up, and there are these 5 like people floating above him. There's these 5 people holding him, like floating above him, and then he stands up, and then you notice like his stomach, he has like, it looks like a cross, like scars, like, and it had me thinking, did he give birth to this baby and pull it out and everything like that? And then I'm just trying to think, I'm like, what is this? And then I looked more into it. I looked further into this. I read more into it. And apparently from what I read, what I read into, pretty much what this game is, that Kojima is doing with Norman Reedus, he's basically taking the ideas and the plot, and like pretty much the plot that he was going to do for Silent Hills. He took that and turned it into this game that he has right now with Norman Reedus. So essentially, you're getting what PT was supposed to be story-wise, but you're getting Kojima's spin on it. That's why he's doing this with Norman Reedus, because he felt so passionately about this project we were going to do, that he's still going to do it. He's just going to, make it his own. He's going to turn it into something that he wanted to turn it into. And that I really, really freaking like. That I really, really like. So for those wondering, it's like, God, I really wish I would have known what PT could have become, what Silent Hills could have been. And pretty much what Kojima's doing is like, my game is going to do that. I'm not going to let what I was going to create with Silent Hills go to waste. I'm going to make this game happen. And that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing with this game. And I'm thoroughly happy about that. I don't know how I felt about the naked Norman Reedus during the whole presentation, but I'll be honest. Hopefully Del Toro's still part of it. I feel like he still might be, but I feel like they're keeping that a secret for right now. I feel like they don't want to reveal that just yet, but I feel like Del Toro is still a part of it. I really hope he is, because he's good at what he does, and I really want to see them do something. But yeah. Honestly, the other thing that I thought during that trailer, because you know when he stands up and he sees the 5 figures in the air standing, the only thing I thought of that was like those are the 5 heads of Konami looking down on you. Is like, no, you do what we say. You make games we want. Blah 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 blah. And it's just basically, I feel like this game is pretty much Hideo Kojima's psychological like breakdown during his time at Konami. But it's going to be told in such a psychedelic, weird way to the point where I'm just like, whoa, this is so amazing. And it's just him giving a big middle finger to Konami. But I'm excited for it, man. It looks amazing, and I can't wait to play it. So, and I think the last thing that I'll mention about Sony is they announced the return of Crash Bandicoot. And I'll be honest, I will be totally honest with you guys. I did not play the original Crash Bandicoot on PlayStation originally when it came out. I didn't, because I didn't have a PlayStation. I didn't play Crash Bandicoot 2. I didn't play Wrath of Cortex. I think the first Crash Bandicoot game I played was Crash Team Racing. And it was fun. It was a racing game made by Naughty Dog. That was cool. So, but I do know who Crash Bandicoot is. I like who he is. I like the character. And I think that it's cool that they're remastering the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games. I think it's weird that they didn't show anything about it. All they showed was, hey, he's going to be in Skylanders. So if you're big into Skylanders, you got Crash coming to it. I myself am not really big into Skylanders because I don't play Skylanders. But it's cool. But I mean, that's cool. So I'm just glad to see that they're bringing back some older franchises. Maybe not they'll bring back Parappa the Rappa. No Crashy Crash on PS1. You need to play at least Crash 2 and 3. I would play them, but I don't have a PlayStation. I would play them, but I don't have one. I mean, I did play them like eventually, but I didn't play them when they were released. But I don't really remember them all that well. But you know, I'm excited. I do like Crash as a character, so it'll be nice to see. But overall. Oops. Was I not supposed to kill her? Uh-oh. Just to have the Crash toy? I figured that's what a lot of people are gonna do. Like, that's one of the reasons why I have a PS2. Yeah, I have a PS2, but I don't own Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, otherwise I would. I have a PS2, but I don't have those games on it. But yeah, overall, after everything that has been said and everything like that, if I had to pick my favorite, whoa. This is full of naked people. Whoa. But yeah, if I had to say who my favorite press conference was, honestly, I didn't really like any of them. They were. I mean, I like what they showed. I like what they talked about. I like what they had. But there wasn't really like an extremely huge, like, oh my god, they officially won E3 with this. Because I thought they all were really good, but they also didn't all have something that I'm just like, yay, they're awesome. It's like all of them were lacking something. All of them were kind of like, some of them were good, some of them were bad. So overall, if I had to grade all of E3 so far, I'd give it probably like a C. I'd give it like, yeah, I'd give it a good C minus. C minus. Because they talked too much about VR. They showed a lot of stuff that they showed last year, and a lot of stuff they showed already got leaked a week prior. But overall, it's alright. The retro shop should have copies, and they'd be stellar cheap, brah. Yeah, they do. Well, at least the retro shop that I go to has them, and most of the time, but right now they don't have them. I know I checked because I actually did want to play Crash Bandicoot. But yeah, I'll eventually get myself a copy of Crash. If not, I'll wait until I get a PS4 and then I'll get the remakes. That's probably what I'll end up doing. What's up, Robot Strom? What's up, dude? I'm good, man. I'm good. But yeah, overall, decent E3. Just glad to see stuff. Thought it was fun. There was stuff I liked. There was stuff I didn't like. I think the one thing I hated the most out of E3 was probably the stuff about Watch Dogs 2. I don't care. I really could give a crap. And there was one thing about the Microsoft press conference. There's one thing about the Microsoft press conference that I didn't talk about, and it was Minecraft. Why didn't I not talk about Minecraft? I will tell you right now. I will tell you right now why I didn't talk about Minecraft. Because I don't freaking get it. When I don't freaking get it, I have zero interest in Minecraft, and I really just don't care enough to play it. I mean, I own it, I have it, I just... Too late for stream. No worries, man. I will be coming with a Mario... I haven't streamed Mario Maker. What about the Zelda announcement? I talked about that at the beginning of the stream, Jade. It's gorgeous. I love it. I want to play it. I was really annoyed by everybody who was nitpicking it because it's like, dude, you're nitpicking it and like it's a bad thing and you know you're gonna play it, so stop being a whiny little prick and just shut up and just take it in. It's like, I want them to do something different with Zelda, and now that they're actually doing something different, people are complaining about it. It's like, this isn't what I wanted. Dude, shut up. You're gonna buy the new Zelda game. I'm gonna buy the new Zelda. There's one thing I forgot to mention. There's one thing I forgot to mention about the Nintendo stuff. They showed off 3 new Zelda Breath of the Wild amiibo. Like, I know amiibo isn't really video game related, but I don't care because I collect amiibo. And they showed the 3 new Zelda amiibo, and oh my god, they look freaking incredible. They really look freaking good. Nintendo was, it's like Nintendo went to 1989 and they did the game originally wanted. I feel that way, yeah. And just, but yeah, the new Zelda amiibo coming out for this game, oh my god, they look so good. They look so good. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I will legitimately buy 2 of those amiibo just so I can open them. I will literally buy 2 of them, of each one, just to buy them, so I can open one and have one in the package. They look that good. And the beauty of it is because amiibo aren't so hard to get anymore, I don't have to worry about it. It's like, I don't know if I'll ever find one. Did I see the Wolf Link in Zelda Breath of the Wild? I did not, actually. I did not. He's your pet if you use an amiibo? I did not see that, or did I know about that? So I will most definitely have to look at that. That looks really freaking cool. I like that idea. Let's see, what else? They unveiled the Super Mario Brothers Wave 2 amiibo line, which has Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Waluigi, Daisy, Rosalina, and Boo. Like, so if you've been wanting another Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong amiibo, you can get one now. And if you've been wanting a Boo amiibo, you can get one now. If you've been wanting a Rosalina one, you know, one that you can actually get, that you couldn't have to, like, sacrifice a baby to get the Smash Brothers one, you will. And if you've been waiting forever to get a Daisy or Waluigi amiibo, you will have that now, so... yeah, so that's something to look forward to. I'm excited for it just because I'm a sucker for amiibo, and the fact that they're coming, I'm really, really happy about. So here's the excitement. I'm excited for it. So I'm very, very happy that they're... the only thing that they didn't talk about, or they didn't announce, or they didn't even mention, was they didn't mention when the final 3 Smash Brothers amiibos are coming out, i.e. Corrin, Bayonetta, and Cloud. They didn't say anything about those. Hi, I'm Daisy. Like, that's the one thing I was expecting them to talk about. Is like, okay, here are the final amiibo for Smash Brothers. Where the f did you come from? But yeah, like that was the one thing I was waiting for. Is like, are you guys going to mention it or anything like that? Nope, didn't say a word. It's like, cause you know me, I am waiting at the bits for them to announce the final 3 Smash Brothers amiibo, and they still haven't done it yet. I really hope they come out this year, but I can't guarantee it, and they haven't said anything yet. So I hope it's soon. I really want them. So, but we'll see. They did, Ben. They're still streaming it again today. Those 3 are out in August. The Bayonetta, Corn, and Cloud. They're coming out in August. Don't screw with me, man. Are you being for real? They're coming out in August? Because if they're coming out in August, I can be as fully erect as I want to be right now. Because I really want those amiibo, like, badly. And if you're telling me they're coming out in August, I can continue being fully erect because I need them. I need them in my life really bad right now. You don't know how bad I want those amiibo in my life right now. Well, today is Pokemon Go. Is that still coming out? So I remember people talking about Pokemon Go, and I'm just like, okay, cool.
Word of Adam's glory must be spread to all.
Brothers Foster.
May the divide bring you peace.
A bunch of psychopaths here. Looks really good. Sweet. Well, that's good. If they're coming out in August, I can be fully erect. I'm happy about that.
Approach Atom's holy ground. Why? State your purpose or be divided in his sight.
You people live here? This place is a dump.
You are not one of Adam's chosen. Save your judgment for those who care what mortals think.
You're worshipping.
You know what I just realized?
Radiation?
You know what I just realized?
Atom provides for and protects us. If you are unwilling,
I just realized that if I collect these last 3 amiibo, I will officially own every single Smash Brothers amiibo that came out. And I pretty much said that as soon as they come out and I acquire them, I'll stop collecting amiibo. Well, I'll stop buying like all those amiibo. I'll stop it to the point where I'll just collect the ones that I want. And I just realized that it's like after these 3 come out, then that means it's it. Like it's done. Like I won't have to collect them like crazy anymore. And I just realized that's kind of sad. That's a little sad for me. That's a little sad for me, and I'm a little bummed out about that. But it's the way the world needs to work. It's the way the world is, and I feel like it's about that time. So, but yeah, pretty much it. Pretty much, I feel like that's sufficient enough to talk about. I gave my piece, but the Zelda ones, yeah, the Zelda ones look really good, and yeah, I'm gonna buy those. There's no question, I'm gonna buy the Zelda ones. It's like I said, I'm gonna buy the ones that I want, and the Zelda ones are definitely ones that I want to buy. Like the recently released Kirby ones, I'll be honest, they look cool, but I don't necessarily like need them like desperately in my life. I desperately do not need them in my life right now. It's like maybe somewhere down the line I'll just like kind of just walk into a store and it's like, oh, these look cool. I'll probably pick them up today. But other than that, no biggie. But yeah, I think now I'll call it here because I've been streaming for almost 3 hours now. The Guardian one from the new Zelda game is posable. Ooh, that's good to know. That's good to know. But yeah, I think for now I'm gonna go ahead and call it here because it's like 4:30 in the morning, and I should probably get some sleep because I got a busy day tomorrow. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. If I stream tomorrow, I will catch you guys tomorrow. If I do not stream tomorrow, I will catch you guys as soon as I can, because I got stuff going on. Just a note, Pokemon Snap playthrough. The videos are going to be returning. I just took a couple days off of it so I could stream. Beautiful Joe's still happening. Resident Evil 4 is still happening. And I might have a special one coming soon if I can get my computer to record it at the same time when I'm playing it. Basically, I'm trying to do an Asagao Academy playthrough, and it's been a pain in the dick. Did I play Resident Evil 7 yet? No, I didn't play Resident Evil 7 yet because I don't have a PlayStation 4. You need a PlayStation 4 with PlayStation Plus to play Resident Evil 7, and I don't have it. And Emily, thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting about E3 with me, by the way. You've been super, super awesome. But yeah, guys, I will catch you guys in the next stream. Take care. Have a great night. Great morning, depending on what time it is of the day where you're at. And I will catch you guys next time. See you later, dudes.